I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you and know. The children crying for salvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening more to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah. To spoon. You from Bunyan to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Everything get back, crazy like my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update to spoon. Yeah, Safara. Kiribamba, kiribamba, kiribamba. Kiribamba, kiribamba, kiribamba. What I want? Yes, you got it. TV. Yes, you got it. TV. On the beat. To get your information. To the food to be part spoon, gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you in.
And of course, as I say here, folks, this a wonderful Wednesday evening on Spoon 107.5, also live on Fabric, 101.1 Support TV, Fabric TV, as well as Support TV. So wherever you are, if you are there, you're in Grand Bassa, you're in Bonk, you're in Lofa, wherever you find yourself within Liberia, we want to say good evening to you. This is a wonderful edition of the program Spoon Talk. Shana Gwe is my name. If you're also watching us live from out of Liberia, we want to say good evening to you. Good morning. I don't know your time there, but I mean, it's actually a wonderful segment here this wonderful day. Today is actually Wednesday. So the CEO already joined us.
Let me tell you my time. Right now it's 4:06. You are on time.
Yes, sir.
You can hear me?
Let me get this off. Just give me. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we are getting you, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, much better.
Oh, wow. You're the miracle working man. Wow. No feedback like that, like a demo yesterday, and you're doing. Listen, you're on time. You're on time. And I'm like, you gotta sleep with Spoon. And, take away the echo because today would be great show. I want to say thanks to you, Shannon Gwe. Shannon, where are you from? You Gwe from Nima, right?
No, I'm not from Nima. I'm actually from Maryland.
Gwe?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're from the southeastern part of the country.
Yeah, I'm from Maryland.
So you Gribble?
Yeah, Gribble.
Oh, how do you say hi in Gribble?
They say Awiao. Okay. Yeah. But though I don't really speak it much, but at least I can try. When my grand was actually around, she really speak it to us.
So all your other Oman and other Queen Oman, they can speak Gribble again. You get Oman.
No, I'm really close to Oman like that, aside from my grand.
So that's cool. So my issue is that at the end of the day, it's going to be a big show today. It's going to be a unique show today. Because what everybody is saying is that what's going on with this political pressure, what's going on with the LDA, what's going on with the situation at the University of Liberia. And guess what, Shannon? MDR fighting at the party headquarters. The party headquarters, they're fighting. They're fighting at the party headquarters. I don't know who fighting who, but hey, that one at MDR, right? We're gonna have Wefa Bangura coming on the show to talk about that. They are seriously fighting at the party headquarters. And we're gonna talk about the situation. Something is boiling within LDA. Now, you know what happened though? The government is not arresting anybody else again, right? Everything I just swear. But a lot of moving parts here. We gotta talk about it. And hey, something happened when Gafon was speaking at the AARD, the Unity Party AARD rescue retreat that went on. And, it looked at the old man, he felt tired when Gafon was lying to him, and he started sleeping. But hey, it's not my business. I'm something part of the news. We want to say we got a big information concerning a Canadian investor that we ran with the other day. And listen though, the guy then that robbed the Canadian investor, we got the whole story now. We got all the documents. He had filed complaint. And maybe we're going to touch it today. But I'm happy that Prophet Key will be, probably they're going to release it tomorrow, the 13th. Did you hear that? I heard that they're going to be releasing Prophet Key tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, they will be releasing him tomorrow, the 13th. And it's just one of those things that it's one of those things that and those are some of the things that we have to seriously talk about. And we want to talk about the Peter Bonjala. Peter Bonjala said what happened with a court proceeding. You know the gentleman that was accused, right? He was accused that he sexually, he raped the young man. He raped the young man. Those were allegations on him. So he said he want to go to court, and we'll put Peter Bonjala. A lot of people remember him, right?
Yes.
When you do the thing again, we don't need no feedback. I'm begging you. You see this guy? That's him, Peter Bonjala. The man said, "What happened? You're wasting time to send me to court." So we're talking about him, and we'll discuss that. We also want to discuss about. We got a lot to discuss about the result, the Minnesota result, about Winfred Russell, the whole result. We got to talk about it likewise. And then we're going to talk about Sam Gay. We'll talk about Sam Gay again today. Yeah, we'll talk about Sam Gay. Let's say, if you're fighting cocaine in the country, you got to fight cocaine holistically. So we got to dig deeper. We got to take phone calls. We want to welcome all of you. I'm on the show early today because it's a big show today. We want to say, listen, invite somebody. American, we will be speaking of American. I'll put it on the phone very early. And, so he'll tell us about what's going on with the whole Lama, yeah, and there. So we will go ahead and talk to American folks. Again, we welcome you. We all got to fight together because cocaine coming to Liberia is bad. Cocaine, we cannot allow cocaine to take over Liberia. Even if we have, like Gregory said, some very, very senior government officials involved, we got to root them out. We cannot allow cocaine to come to Liberia. Because in the word of the police RG Gregory Coleman, he says some very, very senior officials involved. If the government know what Gregory know, we're wasting our time. We're wasting our time. So welcome all of you on Fabric, on Spoon, on Super. We will be here on Facebook, on YouTube. We want to say welcome to the show, share the show. It's going to be an interesting show today. I have a lot of people texting me. They say, why you came on early? We got to make our phone call. You're going to make a phone call. I'm on early because I'm in Zico. I'm on fire. I want to come on early because, you know, when the guy coming on, they try to pull me down. You know, they try to do yama when they coming on. So I want to come on early, Shannon Guay, and talk my own before they come on. So who we got here? The name is Prince Zeze Prizo. What's up? Anything you say, Prizo. Aloysius Wotua is in the house. Who else we got here? Joseph Camo is here. Okay. All right. So maybe we'll bring Americana want to come in studio. So maybe we'll bring Americana in. You know, when he said all this, he got a lot going on, and then we'll hear from him. Pierre Campbell is here, as you know, and we get Tipos, Piquet, Dempster is here. Polo, what's up? What the man? The man is ELPO. El Polo. A football name, right?
Yes, I think it's actually a football name.
It's not like a football name, but that's the man name. Somebody here named Sylvester. Have you spoken to Ambassador Sylvester? I'm beginning. The man said, well, I was saying he went to school. The man just calling me. I don't know what he calling me for. And you know Sylvester Chittle play?
Yeah, those Sylvester Chittle play. That's school for more people.
Yeah, we'll send a shout out to Sylvester. Johnson Floyd Jr. Johnson Floyd is here. What mommy calling me for again? Mommy calling me. Can somebody tell mommy I'm on the show? If I answer in the pool here, you know, let me tell you. Mommy, I'm on the show. Don't say anything here, my man. Just hang on here on the show. Mommy. Let me go. The man go. I gotta warn him. So we got Johnson is here. Johnson, what's up? Say Danga. Say Danga is here. My people, you share the show. You go on Facebook and YouTube. You know, the people are going to get mad. The people are going to be, you know, they're going to be shaking. Because once you're speaking the truth, they will get mad. But there's no need to get mad, right? So I want to say to all of you, go in all of your Facebook and the YouTube inbox and share. And, you know, share the show. Tell somebody. Right? We got big news for them today. Liberia got to get better. Every day we pray for Liberia, we pray for America. America is doing great. Liberia got to do great too. Make Liberia great again. Like Donald, you know, the president, Donald Trump said, make America great again. We got to make Liberia great again. You got to make Liberia great again. So it's really important that Liberia get better. You know, the Nigerian and the witchcraft and they will fight. They want to do this stuff, but they will not make it. They will not succeed. Liberia got to get better. So we want to say to all of you, we all got to come together and make Liberia better. Liberia got to get better. Liberia must get better. Liberia has to get better. To tell you the truth, you cannot make a mistake. Liberia have to get better. We all got to come together and make Liberia better. It is our country and the right of our people for us to say that and understand what's going on in the country. You can't have some and talk about some. Jacob Kume, what's the best afforded for my resident? What's your resident? As A.S. Soiree. Soiree, what's going on? It's good to see you. Let's talk about who's here again. Lofa Zo. Shalom.
Yes.
My man, you touching something? Feedback?
No, I'm not touching anything.
You got to put your hand on Shannon. I don't trust you. You got to put your 2 hands on Shannon. There you go. Okay, it's cool.
My hands are up.
If I test you something, you try to put instead of 2 days. Daniel Tente. Daniel Tente is here. Jefferson Coleman is here. The showing style, the message, great show. Jefferson, the showing style, you're saying great show, but it will be a wonderful show. How are you doing today, CEO? Jed Nicodemus. Nicodemus here. Nicodemus for the Bible here. That's what we want to call. Yeah, the people want to call you. The people want to call in. The people say, because Fede Bada is here. I know you guys want to call in. Let me just tell you what we're doing today. We got a lot to talk about today. We got an issue about the LGA people. You know, Zanga is great. Zanga is a military man, the Prince Steve Johnson. Zanga can do wonders. Yeah, Zanga have the experience. He have the technical know-how. Like the people were saying, like, bro, he's a military man. And I think he can bring the drugs thing under control. I do believe, right? But we have a situation with the drugs issue. We'll talk about the situation. But guess what happened? Having Zanga as an overseer, you want Zanga got to bring his own people. Why are you keeping the other people in there? Why are you keeping it, somebody, you spoil the whole juice of this thing. President Braga appointment to bring Zanga was fine. Oh, but why same people, as alleged, they, recommended pressure rule. I don't know pressure. If I get nobody will text us, by the way. But the people when LDA then said they're complaining. So what's the true story behind pressure rule? Why people crying? Was she vetted? Did they vet her? People ask the question. She was there when the whole cocaine thing started, the 19.2, the 300 or something. We need a clean house. President Braga should clean house. Take everybody out and bring new people in. That's what people say. And that's what we are saying. So don't recommend somebody because of interest. Don't recommend somebody because you know them. What's the true story? Yeah, then you say again, then you get people saying, oh, don't do that. No, guys. We got to ask a question. And if we stop asking question, the people will destroy Liberia. So we got to ask the question. We have to. They will get mad. You will lose some friends, but it's okay. We still ask the question. So we said, all of you, somebody named T-Max Zuckerberg, what? T-Max, how you doing? And somebody named Pin Tobe. Tobe is in the house, my people. Y'all can see Tobe. Tobe is here. But you got to let us know where you're joining us from. San Akins. Akins is here. Akins is in the house. And we want to say another stuff we'll add to the news today. You'll see the how you call him, National Election Commission commissioner, the chief, the boss. They call him Widow. Isn't that his name, Shannon?
Yeah, Jonathan Widow. Yeah,
the man said he got too many political parties, and I agree with him though. Mm-hmm. He said we got 49 political parties, and I think we shouldn't. I think that Bruce shouldn't be having 49 political parties. It's something about why he said I agree with. What do you think? We got too many political parties. So he's saying that it's time to make some adjustment, but I think I agree with him. And I will make my point when the guys come on. It's too many political parties. Anybody just wake up in the morning and they say they want it. They didn't even get political office. And they didn't even get money. They got even faster and they say they get political party. I agree. Let me write Jonathan on that. I think I agree with Jonathan Widow. I think I agree with him. I don't know what you think. What do you think? What do you think? Shannon, let me ask you.
Yes, so I think his statement, I also follow his statement, and I think he's somehow right because according to him, the 49 political parties also put threats to the country's democracy. And he also mentioned about the increment of fees, from president down to representatives. So I think we can also talk about that, wherein president moving from 2,500 to 10K, while vice president will be 7K for registration, senator will be 5K, and then representatives will be 3,000.
I think it makes sense. I think they should even increase it because political parties they're just too much. Anybody can just work and talk that political thing. I do believe that I want to agree with him. Have I ever disagreed with him before? Have I ever disagreed with General Widow? I think I would disagree with him some other issue, but I seriously want to agree with him. I think it makes sense. And, you got plenty of political party in town. For what? You got John Kisa political party. You got Man Mary Bro political party. And you get Chicken Soup political party, Pepper political party, Real Rest political party. What's that? You cannot have these political parties and just jumping around. I mean, I agree with him. I don't know about you, James Conway. You agree that, you know, the political party are too many in the country. The political party are too many. Yeah, even you, we're talking about Russell. Russell is coming and he'll talk for himself. But again, we don't need a plenty of political party, and all of them just want to join small, you know. They got Chicken Soup Factory political party, they got Ray Rest political party, Gravy political party, and somebody wake up from the bed, they don't know what to do. They say, I want to be president, to go. Then you got no money, and they're backing around, they make the political party thing like a hustle. So I do agree with John Lloyd on that. I do, seriously. And I think that we got to push for that. And, you know, I don't know what the opposition would say, but Shannon, I do agree with him. I'm serious speaking for myself, right? I don't know what the Liberian people will say, but for myself, I do agree with him, right? It makes sense. Somebody say it makes sense. So let's put some of this thing up. I'm seeing that people are saying he's right. Okay, Nathaniel here say it's true, CEO. It's right, Nathaniel. You know, we got to cut some of this plenty for nothing party. They didn't get party headquarters, they in people's living room. And they say they get political party. So again, we'll talk about that. What about Prophet Key leaving tomorrow? Maybe they're going to put Prophet Key out tomorrow. What Shannon Gray, what say you? Is it true Prophet Key going to be riding home tomorrow?
The issue about Prophet Key, I also followed one of our reporters. I think the story is also on the page. Prophet Key till now, according to Melvin, Prophet Key, he hasn't met full criteria in terms of he should have published a letter, apologies in, I think, 2 newspapers, but till now he haven't done that. So the issue about his release is actually still on a question mark.
Yeah, ain't no question, man. You don't do that to you. Y'all try Prophet Key, y'all don't do that to you. No. You get him at 6 months, the man finish say, man, let me go sit down. Y'all don't try nothing for me. Yeah,
well, you know. Should be published in 2 newspapers.
No, but don't do that thing. Oh, we'll bring him on. We got 7 more minutes to bring Russell on. But anyway, Russell come on. Listen, for me, let me tell you this real quick. I don't know what you're talking about 2 newspapers. The man serve his time, let the man go home, right? Y'all stop playing game, all right? All that thing y'all doing, no. Free Prophet Key, release Prophet Key. Prophet Key must be going home tomorrow. I don't know what the people say though. Kissa, Riley say, you know, he agree, and James can't wait. So I don't know what people are saying, but what do you think? Prophet Key should be released tomorrow, right? Let's ask the people quickly. Russell, 1 minute. Can we open the phone line and ask the people quickly? Prophet Key got to go home tomorrow. I do believe so. I don't know what you think. You got the phone line ready?
Yes, you already said.
I want to start with this. Let's put a number up. Prophet Key should be going home tomorrow. I don't know. You give them at 6 months. It's 6 months. Is there any other condition you think that you want him? Listen, no. Put the Prophet Key in jail was a mistake. Then try to free again. You won't make things worse. For me, I don't think it should be an issue. For me, I just think that all of you out there, what you guys think? Prophet Key should be released tomorrow, right? But yeah, you know, what do you think? Emmanuel Bango Jr., what do you think? Let me take this one quickly. Hello?
Yeah, you don't.
But man, you gotta speak into the phone, man. We're not sleeping yet. We're on fire.
Yeah, I think it needed to be free.
I mean, but we're not hearing you, man. You're not ready to talk. You're ready to talk. You speak into the phone. Speak like a man. I beg you, Chief. You cannot talk as it was say we're talking by talk and secret power talk. You know, Shannon, we're not talking secret power. We want to talk, right? You want to talk, you talk. So we want to say to you again, we will open the phone line. If you call, please speak into the phone. I do believe that Prophet Key should be released, period. I don't think that Prophet Key should spend another hour, another minute, another second than the given time. I believe that he shouldn't have gone to jail, but well, it was Chief Justice Gbese decision. But to you now, what do you think? We're just saying to you that it is important that you know that it's about time that Prophet Key have served his 6 months. Free Prophet Key, free Prophet Key, free Prophet Key. So what do you think? Open the phone line, Shannon. We get Dr. Richardson here, and then we will run through it quickly. We'll run through. If you're ready to take a call, if not, we can go ahead because I think Russell,
yeah,
are you ready?
I got calls.
Okay, let's take a few calls, Russell, quickly. and then we will go back. We'll come back to you. That Richardson, welcome. Your hair hurting? Where you come? Holding your hair hurting? That Richardson, your hair hurting?
No, I'm looking at the mirror and just making sure I'm okay. That's all.
Oh, okay. Because you hold your hair, I thought your hair hurting.
Yeah, just making sure my hair is in the right position and all of that stuff.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Let's go to the phone line. Prophet Q will be out tomorrow. Do you think they should delay him with all other stuff that they are talking about? Let's hear you. Go ahead, Shannon.
Okay. So 1 minute each. Good evening.
30 seconds, getting 1 minute.
Quickly, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah. Before, my name is James Kamara. I'm from
feedback. What's going on with the feedback?
James, you have to go far from your receiver, please. Go far from your receiver.
Am I okay now?
Yeah, much better. So go ahead.
Okay, my name is James Kamara, a visual interpreter, and I call from Broadview, Massachusetts County. First of all, before I go to the public key topic, hello?
James, I don't know, but it seems to be
maybe James not ready. We are
James. Let's go and talk to this person. Hello.
Good evening to you. Yeah, good evening.
Yes, you live. Quickly, let's hear you, sir. Your name.
Let me go even to the Spoon family. My name is Mohammed M. Kane. I will be a scrum member of the United Party of the Bureau. And I speak to him on the board. You know, I let you you go or you can't. The mayor to apologize in a 2 different local newspaper. Definitely before I make a be ready tomorrow. If so or not, the mayor should spend some time. No, the mayor need to go by the procedure. Okay. Next time I make out a CEO for the even on Saturday what that will be difficult for him.
Okay, my brother. Thanks so much. Let's do it there. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you join us from. Quickly, let's hear you.
Yeah, the man, they put the man jail for 6 months, so let it free the man.
Okay.
Yeah, at least from that you learn the lesson.
Okay, my brother. Thanks so much. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your name and where you join us from.
I'm just calling from here, Delhi.
Go ahead, Toba.
Chokon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Tomorrow we pray that Prophet King can usher by his grace. Because he's not the only one that started people in the country. So he started Korea mind right here. Enough. So we just pray that make us usher. Yeah? Why is it? Why do you suffer the man? The man has a family doing that. I'll feed the man.
Okay, my brother. Thanks so much for your input. Hello. Okay, we get back here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name, sir, and where you join us from? Hello. Okay, so
your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Frank Kennedy. I'm joining from Boston, Massachusetts.
Frank, go ahead, talk to us, sir.
My name is Frank Kennedy. I'm joining you guys from Boston, Massachusetts. I think Prophet Key should follow on the court order. He should already call it.
I'm sorry, Frank. Call back. Your phone went off. Go ahead. Okay, it wasn't Frank's phone that went off. It was my phone that went off. Let's see. Let's get back again. Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Jerome Emmanuel. I'm calling from the U.S. I'm calling from Iowa.
Prophet Key, what say you?
I think Prophet Key should be released. The fact that because the only reason I had a problem with him because the prophet Nina there. I'm a pastor too, so it just brought shame. But he shall be released, and I pray that he learn his lesson.
Thank you very much. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hello?
Yes, where you joining us from? Your name?
This is Emmanuel Stinson.
Emmanuel, go ahead, finish up.
The government got to free the great Jubo Prophet Key. Got to free him. You already punished the man. You got the man down. You take 1 step on your neck. For 6 months, you held the man down.
I like that, the great Jubo Jubo. Okay.
Man, they try to put a man in Sinowa. Not knowing we are supporting, they will be in Jubo Jubo because the men are in selling the
Hey, okay, the man will be pure in Jubo Jubo. Thank you. All right. Your name and where you joining us from? Your name. Where are you joining us from?
Hello?
Yeah, Tona, your name, where you joining us from?
Hello?
The man told we waiting for you.
Who, me? Hello?
Yeah, you. We're waiting for you.
After I call my name again, I got to talking with next person. I'm not getting you.
Okay, so I'm just going to just hang up on everybody because look, I got like 4 people on the line at the same time. Let's start over. Your name and where you joining us from?
Senator Samuel Anna from Iowa.
Sammy, what's up?
Doing good. Look, that Prophet King repeating there, man. You need to party need to talk about so when these guys advocating for political party to borrow, there should be more rationing. So I think Prophet King should remain there.
Hey, bye.
Yeah, these guys were talking about George Weah and government if they were the most political science doctor for Africa. That means telling my man, I mean George said.
Hey, bye. Hey, bye. All right. Thank you. Let's move ahead. Your name and where you joining us from?
This is Morris calling from Iowa.
Morris, talk to us now.
I think Prophet King should be released tomorrow because this is the first time that I know of that somebody exercising their freedom of speech should be imprisoned for that. So I think he should be released by tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to say thanks to all of you. We got to get in this thing and get in. But 2, I have 2 of the greatest calls here. Who's there again? Let me tell you the last one. Your name and where you joining us from? I'm all right, Mama. Your name?
This is Vicky calling from Minnesota.
Vicky, Free Prophet Key?
No.
Vicky, what are you doing so mad?
Yeah, get a mail video. The metal rule that he did, he lets one less me, and you want to 6 more.
That Vicky, that the Lord, the man got to come out. Come on, people say that man got to come out.
Cool. Stand on, cool, for today.
Yeah, they yes, well.
Yeah, get it, maybe that.
Oh, okay, I basically what I'm saying that. Are you saying that Free Prophet Key from my end? Your name and where you joining us from?
My name is Emmanuel. For the issue of Prophet Key, I mean, he abandoned to jail, he has served his term. But I'm more concerned as a Liberian about his freedom of speech. I mean, he made a mistake. Maybe he did something and he had been prosecuted rightly, but he still should have the right to speak up because people that persecute you don't want to start like, oh, you can be anybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I gotta end here. I know a lot of people want to talk about Prophet Key. I want to end here. I want to say yes, indeed. We will take more calls later. Again, thank you very much for calling on Spoon. We want to say all of you guys have joined Spoon now. Just share the show, man. Let's have fun. Listen, we come on the show every evening. We say, I'm not taking your call. Stop calling me. We say, I'm not taking your call. We come on the show every day, just to have fun, just to discuss the issue of national concern. Anything about Liberia national concern. We don't make Liberia great again. Just make Liberia great again. We have to. In every way, look, legendary, we say, I'm not taking your call. Leave me, my man. In every single way, we want to say to you all, do not, for any reason, give up in this fight. When the people say cocaine, over $500 billion worth, not million, but billion with B, hit our country. Then people, man, we say I will block you if you stay calling me, man. I say stop calling me. I'm not taking your call. Then you want to tell us to keep quiet and do it secret. We can do it secret, my people. We gotta just do. Listen, are you in the fight? We're not in the fight. That question I want to ask the Liberian people. You want your children? I will block Reset. Today, I will block this guy. You want to be a problem? I will block him. Don't give me 1 minute. My man, I'm not taking call again, but I will have to block you. I say I'm taking call. You still calling me? I'm taking call, my man. Hey, man, the man can give me hot time from Minnesota, man. You still giving me hot time. Yeah, the man can give me hot time. He can call. You tell him, man, I'll take a call. He's still calling. That crew, man, that crew boy can behave. Not me, I can behave like that. I forget I crew man myself. That we should say I forget on that one. I crew man myself.
We heard you.
I can behave like that, Richard. You're not very polite, right? I'm a people person. I'm very polite. But I want to say to all of you, right? It's really important. Are you in this right? Are you in this? To be frank, you gotta listen. You either fight, you don't fight. You cannot be sheep and goat in the fight of cocaine. You saw what Donald Trump did. The people are coming with a boat, boom, they bomb it. You didn't want 2 times, people stop coming. They stop. That's the right thing. You don't want cocaine and fentanyl and all these drugs in the country. What kind of country that all our brothers and sisters must be zombie? Then when you get people in government that are supposed to fight, then they're fighting people that are fighting drugs. What kind of nonsense is that? Everybody's supposed to come together hand in hand to fight the cartel. People's lives on the line. So my fellow Liberian, I'm saying it to you. Are you in or you out? That's the question I have for you today. Are you in to fight on this drugs issue or you out? Or you just want to say for people to say the man talking? No, we don't want people to just come and pretend. If you want to fight, you fight. If you don't want to fight, keep quiet. You want a country to burn like Haiti and Jamaica? Is that what you want? You want the country to burn down? We all got to be in. So are you in, my friend? Are you in this thing with everything in you for your children, for your loved ones? That when you are driving on the street, Broad Street, Congo Town, the Boulevard, and all over, that you will not be afraid. You know what the people do? They will be hanging dead bodies all over. We got to fight on this cocaine issue. So are you in? Are you fighting along? Or are you just sitting back and trying to make money out of this? Are you getting money from the cartel? Is the cartel paying you? You know how drugs came in the country? You think the project came freely? People in the government. Gregory Coleman said people in the government. BB people. So the BB people, Gregory Coleman, did he tell the president, the vice president, and Sam Gator? What do you know? So are you in or you out? That's the question we asking. I want to see whether you're in. You got to tell me whether you're in this thing. You want us to be quiet? The day we be quiet, my friend, trust me, you will not hear anything about the drugs business again. Nothing. We'll come back to that question. Are you in or you out? Ask yourself the question. Whether you're in Liberia or you're outside of Liberia, ask yourself, are you in this fight? Or you just want somebody to pay you small thing? That they pay so many people, the cartel and distributing money. Then what become of Liberia tomorrow? I mean, we'll die and leave Liberia though. Our father and forefather came, they're gone. What are you doing to help the situation? What are you doing? So ask yourself the question. If the government are fighting and are fighting enough, can you fight? If you're in that ministries and in that entity, if you're there, people trying to play game, you know them, can you share the message? You have to. If you're in Bon County, Lofa County, you're in Cape Man, you're in Nimba, you see the thing coming through the border, can you say something? Can you use your cell phone and record? Are you in? You listen to me on the radio. You want your children to start taking cocaine? Go on the graveside, King Grave. See our brother and sister are turning into zombie again. Are you in? So my question, this is not a laughing matter. You're spending a lot of money sending to Liberia. You're here in America, in Europe, all over. How are you fighting, my people? How are you fighting? Are you in or you out? So let's start this thing. I want to say, let's start the show. It's good to have our brother. If you, I will ask you the question. We'll open it up today. We will tell everything. People will get best. I see that Sam Gate is mad. He sent me the message. I will read the message he sent me. He mad here and there. Like somebody tell Sam Gate, like I care. Like I care about Sam Gate. I'll put Sam Gate message on. Let me screenshot it before you delete it. I'll put it up and let you put it on Facebook. Maybe it may not delete it. Let me find it. Good. Like I care about Sam Gate message. I care about Sam Gate message. You. So Sam Gate say he will talk to the U.S. government appropriately, but if Sam Gate should be telling the U.S. government to go ahead and the issue about the cocaine in the country, how you got it? I mean, what kind of yama is this? Let somebody care that Sam Gate will threaten them, say, don't talk about drugs? Is that why you tell me I'm not talking about cocaine? So my fellow that bring you enjoy the show, we're going to put everything. Listen, are you in? What they know, who the BB people in the government are doing drugs, that Sam Gate don't know. When will they call those people names? When? Hey, somebody not going to look for a job in Liberia. They can keep the job. Nobody want it. It may even you say, yeah, you'll tell the man, they'll tell the radio station down at your basement. We get Facebook and other radio stations will run. But the question remains, how are they advising President Bouakai? Are they in or they out? That's the question. We are talking about over $500 million worth of cocaine and people playing games. But I'm going to welcome Dr. Richardson to the show. I'm going to welcome my brother and friend Winfred Russell to the show. It's good that we have Shannon Gueye producing tonight. We're going to have a wonderful show. Look, I will leave no stone unturned. People will get better at the business. I will leave no stone unturned. We will dig deeper in the cocaine thing. Cocaine don't see no party. Cocaine will see no man, no part. The drugs cartel will come in that country and destroy that country. So you don't sit down and play and let people intimidate you and make you afraid. You got to destroy them. The same way this government is destroying cocaine and drugs people, yeah, the same way we should do everything we can that we should destroy the cocaine operative in Liberia. Yes, we will. Yesterday, something happened at Richardson. Our brother Winfred Russell went for election. We want to give Brother Russell the chance to give us an update. The Liberian people want to hear you. We want to say yes again. We all, came around. You had the airtime. What happened, Brother Russell? Welcome to the show. You're muted.
Thank you, Stanton. And Shannon, welcome on board. Great to meet you. And my lovely cousin, Dr. Richardson, also great seeing you. Stanton, it went out very, very well. I mean, there's a lot of momentum. And so thanks to the Spoon online publicity network, I helped to get the word out, to mobilize the folks. Sister Glendy were out there doing that. You were doing your part. Everybody was doing their part to try to energize our voters here, to get them out. And people did turn out. So if you look at the number of people who show up in the last 2 years when there was a primary election, and to the number of people that show up this time around, there was a marked increase in the number of people who showed up. So Liberians are getting the message now, but it is, we also have to understand, Stanton and Dr. Richardson, not all of the Liberians. Now, we have the largest population in the diaspora. Even though we have a huge concentration in Brooklyn Park, but all of the Liberians who live in Minnesota don't live in Brooklyn Park, don't live in Brooklyn Center. And even the ones who live in Brooklyn Park don't live in the particular district in which I was running in. So it makes it, I mean, if we're running for, say, mayor or some other position that cuts across, the entire city of Brooklyn Park, that would be a whole different thing. But this was just a certain part of Brooklyn Park, so But the people that show up at Stanton, there was a lot of momentum. There was a lot of people showed up. We got messages, we got evidence that people showed up and people voted. And I just wanted to use this opportunity to first say thanks to my team, my campaign team, headed by the dynamic, incredible Frances Tyler, who was my campaign manager. She served as the campaign manager. My senior strategist, Mr. Chokum Page, and Luscious and Spencer and Victoria and Vicky and Kou and Matt. And there were so many volunteers we had that were on the field, and Martinet and Karen Manaba. These are all of the foot soldiers. So we had a lot of people, very mixed group of people who were out there campaigning for us, door knocking for us, getting the word out. So I just wanted to say thanks to all of them. And there are many, many, many more people who stepped forward. My good friend and brother, Milton Massaquoi, and my entire NIMBA crew, NIMBA for Russell crew, they all showed up. Wanted to say thanks. But to all of the voters too, who show up yesterday to vote for us. My friend came from all the way from Atlanta. Mr. Cooper came out to door knock and campaign for us too. So there were a lot of momentum. There were a lot of excitement, but we just didn't make that. We didn't make the mark. But it was a good time. It taught me a lot. There was a lot of love out there. There were friends of mine who drove out from Fargo, Moorhead, in South Dakota. Michael Swain and my sister Teresa, they came out from all the way there to Stanton. So that's how strongly people believe in our candidacy and believe in this election. But we just didn't get over the mark. But if you're saying it was a very close, relatively close election, we're running against an incumbent, and it is very difficult, Dr. Richardson and Stanton, to defeat an incumbent. It is very difficult because the entire party apparatus, the Democratic Party, was behind them, supporting them, and all of that. And you got to work 3 or 4 times as hard there. But I think we did an amazing job. We had an amazing team of volunteers, Vamon Kamara, Molly Kamara, the entire Waterside Market crew, all of my folks there. If you go there now, you see my big poster there. I mean, they were all very supportive. And so we felt the love. I mean, there's a lot of love out there. And we just need to do a little bit more and need to work a little bit harder.
Well, I mean, Dr. Richardson, I believe that, I couldn't sleep last night, right? We couldn't get it on CNN. We couldn't get it on MSNBC. We couldn't get it on Fox News. It was.
We got it on Spoon. It was on Spoon, man.
Yeah, but I was able to find it. I was on the phone with Nathan Beer and other folks. And we were just digging, Dr. Richardson. We were just digging, trying to find the result. And, then I fell asleep. I woke up again and I fell asleep again. And we were able to find the result. And, my wife was concerned as well. But as Russell said, Dr. Richardson, we got the result. And folks, this is it. We had another Liberian named Gali. He ran also for the Senate seat, Minnesota State Senate, but he didn't win. Susan Fra, she won 75% of the vote, by the way. Our brother Winfred Russell didn't win, as you can see. Huda Mamayi Hisley, she won 49% to 42%. Again, I heard, and maybe Russell would tell us, that no one from Liberia, no Liberian won. Am I correct, Russell?
Yeah, all of the Liberian candidates who were on the ballot did not win. And, again, we were all running against incumbents. A lot of people think this stuff is easy, right? They do understand. Stanton, Fubi, hey, Fubi too is a big supporter. Supported us bigly. So Fubi, I want to say thanks to you too for all of your support. Look, folks don't understand how difficult it is. Stanton, we literally knocked on 5,000 doors. 5,000 doors individually, knocking on doors. I mean, we raised about $27,000 compared to what our opponent raised, way less than we did. But like I said, because what the Democratic Party would do, a lot of these parties was all of us were running as Democrats. All of the Liberians, even the city council ones, were all running as Democrats. So what they do is that they will promote and support. If you get the party endorsement, and none of us got the party endorsement, even my opponent didn't get the party endorsement, but they will support those who get the party endorsement, and they will support the
but I don't want you to go into deep. We just got to stay on the suffix here.
Okay, all right. Shouldn't go into deep. All right.
Because the result out there, Dr. Rich is saying, right, and you see Nehemiah Gali, got 25%. They all man beat Nehemiah, 75% to 25%. Our brother was running the three-way. He came up with 42%. Another person called Richard came up with 9%, and Huda came up with 49%. 7% different between Russell and that of Huda. So that's what we found ourselves. Dr. Richard saying, I mean, what's going on? What say you?
Stanton, where we are today, I just want to thank you, Russell, for the courage that it took for you to stand up for Liberia, to attempt to put Liberia on the map, or even to put Liberia on the map. As you said, a lot of people think that this is easy, but I know it's not easy at all. I mean, it consumed your life over the past couple of days, months. So I want to thank you. That's what I want to thank your team. And I hope that you're not giving up. I hope that, as Stanton said, something that I wrote down, do not give up for any reason. Be a part of this political fight. I know it's going to take money. It's going to take a lot, but you are very close. 7% difference to me. You can do it. So I hope that this is not my last time. It's too early. It's too early to say anything, but I hope this is not my last time seeing your name on the ballot.
No, Dr. Richardson. I mean, the good thing is that no Liberian is running against each other. Any Liberian can run. Anybody can run. It's when the opportunity avails itself, we take advantage of it. A lot of people think this is easy to they jump in these races and win. It's not. But if you look at our performance, I'm very proud of the campaign that we ran. I'm very proud of the leadership, my campaign strategy and leadership. Francis Tyler running this. We created a broad tent. We had white folks, we had Asian folks, we had Liberian. So it's easy. As Stanton has to say, Monday. What we say in America, Monday morning quarterbacking is the day after everybody. Oh, you should have done this. Why you didn't do this? You should have done that. You should change strategy. You should do this. You do that. We hear all of that. We did the best we could. We fell short, but it's not because we did not. Let me tell you, that woman is shaking in her boots. Of course, there were some Liberians who voted for her and all of that. We are 3 or 4 or 5 times the number of Kenyan immigrants in Brooklyn Park. There's no question about it. We built relationship with all these different groups. We got more Liberians excited to come out, more young Liberians to vote. It's a good thing. It may not be Winfred, but the next folks who are coming after me. I was the first Liberian to run and won a major seat here, the first Black person. And now I'm excited that there were a lot of other Liberians running, Stanton. There were a lot of Liberians, running. And that's a good thing.
Again, we just want to say thank you for even showing your face. We say thank you for even jumping in the race to represent Liberians and Americans and folks here in the United States of all kind. Well, we say thank you. Thank you for trying. Keep on trying. Don't give up. And some way, somehow, if it is for you, the keep for fair, it will see your face, whether I say it the right way, but it will see your face. I don't think any one group, any one person stood on the way to your success. I think it's just, I believe that it's just not a time. At the appropriate time, it will happen. That's just me. I want to say thank you. So again, the rest of the Liberian folks that ran, we don't have anybody right now. And how many years? 2 years? Or how many years?
Yeah, 2 years. I mean, except where maybe there may be special election that will come out next year, depending on some political maneuvering. But yes, I mean, you're right, Stanton. We, as long as we pray for good health and we pray for life, but whenever there's opening, I will never, and I have never ran against another Liberian candidate if we find a viable candidate. But I know I am one of the quality candidates here in this state. So, I can challenge anybody. So we need to do some things differently. There's no question about it. But I'm so grateful to my Liberian folks, to my Nimai folks, to my Cardwell folks, to all of my folks who showed up and supported me. Dr. George, thank you too for your support as well. All of my Liberian folks, who showed up, all of the voters. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thanks for coming and supporting us. And showing up and just participating.
I'd like to say to everybody before the guys come on to say their piece, my fellow Liberian, want to say you. Let's see you, what you believe. Russell here to say thank you to you for your support directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
Whether you supported him or not, we appreciate even anything you say. That's who I am. Listen, I like the bad, the good, and the ugly. I let Sam Gay and myself texting each other now. He's bad like hell, but he will be fine. And, I would say call him Sam Gay, and he can do anything, go to the king, go anywhere that he business. We will fight drugs together. You may not like our position. That's okay. I don't like your position either. And that's why we are here to discuss the issue of national concern. So like Russell, listen, what do you think? Emmanuel Johnson, what do you think? Kasi Klapi, what do you think? Those of you that are following us right now, go on Facebook and share the show. But we want to hear from you. I want to flag some of your comments. What do you think? Russell is here, and he appreciating you. Whatever you say, we accept. I don't want to say yes, indeed. It will be a wonderful show today. Russell, listen, it is why it is. Let me bring in the chief, Fubi Herons.
Yeah, so good evening. And look forward to a good show today. So, Mr. Russell, good job. Sometimes that's the politics. And talking about knocking on 5,000 doors, I can tell you how that feels. Because we know how to knock on doors, we work in communities and reach out to people. It's a good experience also. And also, like you said, you motivated others to join. And by your first appearance with the city council, and some people are intimidated, are afraid to take some big steps, but they're looking for somebody to be a role model, and they can be able to follow. And that's a good thing that you also motivate a lot of Liberians to contest this time. And I think that would propel a lot of Liberians in future elections to also take advantage of the opportunity. And one day you guys might, don't give up. If you have an opportunity again, if you like try again. Don't say the strength. You gotta keep doing it, and you will break ceiling when you least expect it. Sometimes the sympathy vote will also come when you try more than once. Nature will hand it to you on a silver platter. So just keep pushing. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Fadiga, the Don. It's good to see you. What say you to Russell?
Well, I know this is not his first rodeo. I've been around with Russell for some time. Even when we were actively involved in the community politics, I know what he has been. I remember a conversation we had one time, and he said, and this is something I know very well. He said, sometimes people think that when you lose, you just lose. You never just lose. And one of the things most people don't know, you do not just lose. Your name is usually etched in something, and you are usually called upon to do a lot of different things in the background. This elevates you, good for us to keep trying. And I think folks that Russell and the younger guy, I won't say younger guy, I think he's a big man now, from Brooklyn Center, how to call him? Elliot.
Michael Elliott, yeah.
He was, you know, and he was one of the first that made history. He was very young at that time. I remember going against somebody that we all knew.
Wilson, yeah.
Wilson was a good friend of mine. It was a hard thing. Tim Wilson, he was a friend. He was a friend of the community. So it was hard, you know, supporting a Liberian against him. His wife too was another close friend of Linda, who, you know, so it was a very uncomfortable. But we had to support the Liberian guy, and he won. You know, and the difference between our community and the Somali community, they congregate. Liberians do not congregate, contrary to what people think.
All right,
let me see the last thing.
Again, we just have to say we appreciate Russell.
Let me see the Latina.
Yeah, but man, can you tell us second? You want to take 2 minutes?
No. One of the problems we're having, you know, Liberians in Minnesota, but we
are telling them, man, don't give up. For us to do that. We just say the man don't give up. So that is
Russell is not going to give up. I know he's not going to give up. He's one of the viable candidates that we have here. So he's you know, he's going to be on some board. He's going to be on some. You don't just lose election. And what people do know. You know, he's already got a name.
We want to say to Russell and all of you out there, and I know Russell will not give up because it's not part of him. It's not part of him to give up. Even if he gave up, we would not give up. We just want to say to all of you, it's going to be a wonderful show. I know I'm going to bring my brother in, Brother Jefferson, the new Anthony, Lord Jefferson, the Emmanuel. But I want to say this quickly before I bring Russell in. And people like this, our old school vibe, Zach and Ziba, don't give up. Let's listen quickly. It's gonna be better, Russell.
Oh no, man.
Keep on trying.
We're not out of wake yet. This is politics. This is very dynamic. This is exciting. No, but
so long that is left, Russell.
Exactly.
That's everything. Don't give up, and it's historical, right?
Yeah.
Keep on trying. Listen, keep on trying. Look, I'm not going to go back to say who that like, who that like. No. We're going to press forward. Forward ever, backward never. We're going to press forward. The goal is to press forward. Whether you do something that make people mad, but I want to say to all of you, don't give up. In your personal life, when you're going through something, don't give up. People will get angry when you don't give up. Listen, you don't have to please anyone. I want to say, Russell, you're a friend, you're a brother. Listen, we champion you. You come back again 100 times, we will champion you again 100 times. Don't give up. I want to jump over Jefferson Chester. I don't want to hear what you're about to say. Let's go.
But step that with that, Jack, quickly. Let me just, since you put the result out, let me just correct something very quickly. So the last time when Huda and I ran, she defeated me by 50 votes, right? And this time around, it's 261 votes. So people, you know, like one of the comments, someone said, "Oh, there's no improvement now." When we ran the first time, she was not an incumbent. Okay, she was not an incumbent. She got a lot of labor and stuff endorsement, but she was not an incumbent. This time around, she's an incumbent. That's the difference. It's a huge difference. The entire Democratic Party, the entire machine center was supporting her. So we had to work like 4 or 5 times more than she did. And we did that. So because it was 50 then and it's 261 now, it doesn't mean that it's not improvement. The other candidate ran against another incumbent, and you saw the difference in the election. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I think.
Can I ask Russell one question?
We gotta go, guys. We have go ahead.
Quick question. There's another candidate there. I was looking at that person's numbers. I mean, had that person not been in the race, is he a Liberian?
No, he's not. He's a white gentleman. He's a white gentleman.
Yeah, that person. I mean, that's your number right there.
Yeah,
you acting like a political party in Liberia and say, Fumi, if the person not there and the other person there, me, I will win because the other person not there, the person brings small thing. Well, man, you can run election like that. Go with your own strength to win.
Yeah.
What you are doing right now, you act like a political party. I won't call a name, but you know, this morning we went back and forth. I had a political leader. I don't want to call his name by the name Musa. He said, but if the party not there, they want there. Oh, did I call his name? No, I promise not to call Musa and Snowden on this show. I promise not to call Musa and Snowden. So I will not call Musa name. But then one said, but worry if there are other people down there, then we can't eat. Can we get it? I said, my man, I ain't calling your name on my show. Yeah. But I don't know, Russell, want to say thank you very much, man. We wish you guys speed. Thanks to your entire team. Your campaign manager, your former and current campaign manager, your brother Paige, and the entire team. We want to say thank you a lot. You guys been very, very good. It's good that you're not good. People know you now. You know a lot of people. People accepted you, right? And you know, just continue fighting, continue pushing. The question people are going to ask now: you're a Democrat. Will you support this lady?
We support all. You know, I mean. All the Democratic candidates. Yeah, of course, I would support. I'm not going to support a Republican over because she will be meeting a Republican in November. I'm not going to support a Republican. I'm going to support the Democratic Party and the Democratic ticket all down the list. But Stanton, before I know you're going to bring some of the other guys on, but I also want to say thanks to Nehemiah Gali for taking the courage to come and run in this election, to Mr. Philip. Gebe, my friend Siafa Barkley, and the other Liberians who, like Charles Boyka and Bernice Cooper, they are on the ballot for November. So they were not on the ballot yesterday. So, but all of those who are on the ballot yesterday of Liberian descent, kudos to you. Congratulations. There will be more opportunities for us to run. We need to run for school board. We need to run for the House. We need to run for the Senate. City council. So there were lots and lots of opportunities. So I'm glad that more people are stepping up. Like Fadika said, Michael Elliott, we ran together. He won a mayor.
Thank you.
And so we need to every cycle. We need to see a Liberian.
Now let me bring in Dr. Emmanuel George quickly, and then we got to move. We really got to go because it's 9:08 on our brother. Dr. George, you can't.
State of your job,
yeah, you didn't contribute to the man campaign. I'm not bringing you on, please. You're not.
So you can give me 50 seconds.
I'm not even give you half of a second. Even small half. Is that a half of a second? Second at one, right? Half of a second at what, Fubi? Not even half, but the bottom part of half. I'll give you -0.00. Not even -0. Anything at left after -0, I'll give it to you.
It's called nanosecond.
Nanosecond, you will call everything. What? Something below nanosecond. The one below nanosecond, that one I won't give him. What's that? You don't know that one, right? You might go ahead and talk to us.
Good evening, Stanton. Good evening, Dr. Chinonwe Richardson. Good evening, Russell, Chief Henry, and Hassan Fadiga, the latest lawyer in the country, Chelsea, Honorable Bangura. Bangura, you supporting the Fakwa district, and then Kev Hassan. Well, Stanton, let me congratulate Wilfred for running a well-oiled race. I know the results we received this morning was not one that we expected, but this is a journey. It's a journey. I look forward to him being a part of it next time. I look forward to other Liberians still being in the race. We'll definitely get there. We get there. It's not impossible. It's a possible thing. There will be twists and turns. There will be up and down. But actually, lift your head, my brother. You did very well. You went from place to place. The thing is that, and for those who, you can correct me on this, I call a lot of Liberians in Minnesota to vote for you, but they were also out of your district. They were also out of the place. Many of them say, well, I don't live in that area. So I don't understand how Minnesota look like, but a good number of friends I call. In fact, some of them call me, and most of them could only vote for what her name, the senatorial person, the senatorial candidate. He seems to be well placed in the community. So I know people are lashing Liberians and sitting out there, but I think there's a maybe next time we have to look for the line and see where the differences are for those of us who live outside of Minnesota to see what the population is.
Again, thank you very much, my brother Emmanuel George. Thanks to all of you. You have any final word for us, Winfred Rosso? Because we're about to get in politics, Liberia own kind of politics.
No, Senator, just finally again to just say thanks to all of the voters. I know this was not the news that we all expected, especially my Liberian base, my NIMAD base, my campaign team. We didn't expect this. We really thought we had the numbers because of all the coalition and that we built. We really thought we had the numbers. We fell short. I also wanted to use this opportunity to say thanks to Mr. Alexander Cummings of the ANC for his support, to Mr. Musa Ability of the CMC for his support, and to Senator Edwin Melvin Snow for his support. All of them personally supported me. We engaged in helping to campaign and canvass and talk to people. So we are grateful. And we are very excited about what the future has for us. As my brother Fadiga said, you may lose the election, but you win in so many other ways, and a lot of people don't know that. I mean, Stanton, you know the sort of clout and the sort of stuff we can make happen in Minnesota. You already know that. So we're not going to rest on our laurels or boast or whatever. But this is just one small tiny thing in our portfolio. You know, this election. There are so many other great things that we have going on, and we'll continue to move this community forward as long as we have good health and life. So thanks again to everybody, all of my fellow panelists. Thanks again to you all for your support.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you're joining us from, we want you to hit that button, share the show, YouTube, Facebook. We got great things for you today. A lot of information coming your way. We want to say, yes, indeed, we are where we are because of the grace of God. Russell, we want to say thank you very much for doing everything you can. This is the final result. The final result came in, and our brother Winfred Russell, he didn't reach to the finish line. All right. Russell was defeated by 7%, and our brother Nehemiah got it by actually 50%, I believe. Am I correct? 75 to 25 and 49 to 42. Again, I want to say to all of you, I mean, those of you that went there to vote, thank you. Those that couldn't make it, thank you. Those that voted against Russell, thank you. You exercise your political right. And again, we want to appreciate you. So today, we're going to leave it as it is. You can go on the Minnesota website. You get the full result. All the Liberians ran, but apparently no one Liberian win. So where we are today, we are back to square zero as a Liberian in Minnesota, in Brooklyn Park, and around the community. We are back to square zero. Again, welcome to Spoon Talk. We bless God for you. Are you going to hang with us, or are you leaving? You hang with us? Okay. Now, we're going to move on to other issue. One of the things I was looking at, and something I'm very impressed with today, I know I'm going to hear what you guys have to say. It's the issue about we're going to talk about the drugs. I'm waiting for this document. I'm going to put it up. Then we're going to talk about the drugs. But one thing, the University of Liberia, the letter said the university will be open August 25th. One, a lot of challenges faced with the university. St. Charlie Quintan. But the rescue government came to rescue the university. Apparently, no money, all the money going to salaries and other issues. There's no fitting bathroom. People paying $25 to enter the university bathroom to use the toilet. There's no tissue. You got to go in with your own paper. It's bad for the country. It's bad for the state-owned university. The university brought in Mama Payan. Mama Payan came to actually help the country. But then what happened? She had been strangulated. Like the name is on her jugular vein. No money, she can't do anything. The woman can't hustle for money. We got a problem with the university. We got this thing about MDR. Thank God we got an MDR vice chair for something, political affair or something, whatever he vice chair for. They were fighting today. Who want to remove friend Samuel Koga? Who? They were fighting today. They were throwing stones. People were talking about going to Butuo. Can you imagine MD Arrow talking about going to Butuo? When you talk about Butuo, your head begins to spin and beat. Who in MDR were talking about going back to Butuo? I mean, we will not go back to Butuo. So it's amazing that who's sending MDR youth to go and fight, how you call Simon Koga? But we get our brother Bangura here, Wilfred Bangura will explain to us, but this is an embarrassing. Again, the drug situation in the country. Why does Sam get, why actually Sam get no? What Sam get telling the old man? When Gregory said we got senior government official in government. What would they tell the Labron people about the senior government official that doing the drugs and that brought drugs to the country? Cocaine. To all my fellow librarians in the marketplaces, in school, if you're in school, going to work, driving to and fro, why the government hiding is something about cocaine from you? 1 minute private bar owner and there, the another minute Jonathan Momolu is now in jail, he's free. People leaving the country, they can't find the person, they find the person. What's this true story about cocaine? Because they now put this man they call Zianga, the former defense minister, Major General Zianga. So it means that the story about cocaine over? Have you asked yourself who gave Gregory Coleman the satellite? The car that was given to LDA, have you asked yourself? So cocaine over now? The whole story about cocaine over, it disappeared? We discuss about the cocaine issue, my friend. I want to talk about this Canadian, 71-year-old Canadian old man. He was scammed by some member of the Labrador National Police. I would play what he sent me. He had filed a complaint to the government, the office of the president. He made mention of people that scare him, and the investigation was going on. Guess what happened? They sent him a text message, Fadiga, and telling that if you don't leave this country and go back to Canada, your family will not find your body. What become of the investigation? The man called me. I called him. The document. You guys didn't get passports. One of them a diplomatic passport they are operating with. The man said, what they carrying, people had armed. What did the police do? That they robbed the old man of over 100,000 United States dollars. And the man had to flee the country. And we have the video, we have everything we'll share with you. We're talking about Prophet Key being released. And again, Peter Bono Jala, the man that they say he sexually, touched the little boy, raped the little boy. And, they say Peter Bono Jala say he want a court issue to be finished. We talk about Jonathan Widow, say there's a lot of party in the country, and we got to go ahead and fix that party issue. So welcome to Spoon Talk. The overview of this whole thing is that big cocaine and who robbed this Canadian investor, the man in the country, the man sent all the document, who played the document, who robbed him. What's the game on this thing? And my Labrador people, like I said, and I will rest on this. Are you in or you out? If you're not in, don't waste my time. I don't want to hear you crying in the back. If you're scared to talk, don't come and be crying and be showing two faces. People that are involved, we got to expose them. So we will continue pushing this drugs issue. It's bad for our country. Those that causing lawmaker or causing me, you don't worry. You don't even send me that text. They can cause tire. Don't send it to me because I don't even see it. They can cause. They can say, look, stand on that convey, stand on that day one, stand on that one. That is not your business. But we still talk about cocaine. We will still go back to talk about cocaine because it's bad for our country. Don't let nobody distract you. They can cause for now to judgment. They are not winning. That's why they're causing. They are in problem. That's why they are insulting. They cannot solve the problem. That's why they're going to insult and tell people, say, yes, indeed, they cheated in election. We will keep focused and we will redirect the minds of the government back to the playing field. Let's discuss cocaine. So welcome to the show, Dr. Richardson. We got a big story today for the Liberian people. Guys, do us a favor on your personal pages, share the show. Let's make progress. Dr. Richardson, welcome, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see everyone today. I want to welcome all of our audience, all of our radio listeners. Thank you for joining us. There many topics that we have to discuss today. I am particularly interested in the university topic. I'm baffled as to how people now have to pay to use the bathroom, or we always have had a struggle with bathroom issues in Liberia. So I'm just praying and hoping that we can have someone, Mama Payan can, Dr. Mama Payan can find a way to find money to resuscitate the bathroom issue, the cleanliness of the university. I know that I think our budget for university was at 17 million. Someone can correct me. It would be great if we see, like, I would love to see a breakdown as to how this money is going down. This is when Dr. Kante was university president, and some of the money we didn't see where it went. There was an investigation going on, but that one ended. I don't know how it ended, but I hope to see the breakdown how the money that is given from the Liberian government to the university is spent. I also want to be very clear here that I believe that pressure rule, if we go by the competency rule, if we go by what it took to what it took to vet a person who's going to be deputy director of operation, then she's well qualified. It's not because she slept with anyone or because she's a woman. I think I probably got said because of sexuality. We should really look at her competency. We should always go by the merits that it took. I know somebody was asking whether she's a college graduate. I did go back and read. Even in the United States, once you have some sort of professional training that is comparable to drug trafficking and fighting, drug wars, it's either or. You can either have a college degree or a professional training. So I want to say perhaps that's how she qualified. I don't know. I like to see her credential. I like to see her ability to be able to transfer the skills that she have learned over the couple of years. So I know there's a lot of people who felt like we were picking on her, but even as a woman, we still have to be able to stand up for our competency. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. We got a lot. What's on your mind? Just 30 seconds, Russell, and we'll take about topic. It's always good to go through the line. We appreciate you, Dr. Richardson. Russell? Chief Fubi, you want to go, Fubi?
Yeah, so good. I like the point that Dr. Richardson raised also on many more qualification. Now even with the AOAR stuff, 39 classrooms might be a waste of time for many people. But once you have some professional training in a certain area and you have some years of experience on the field, those can also qualify you for being elevated on the road. But we look forward to a good show. Liberia deserves better. We have to keep talking. We have to keep pushing, and we have to keep fighting and doing what we can do for the country. You might not like the approach, but you have to just respect. I always tell people, that word respect, it means a lot. You might not like somebody, but respect that. You don't have to call somebody because you disagree with them. Thank you.
It would be better for us to just jump into the topic because it's 5:25. We can waste our time again because everybody will talk. I mean, that's the same thing. So I want to welcome all of you. The first thing is the University of Liberia. The University of Liberia, the lady said, Mama Payan, the president said, she believed the university would be open August 25th. I mean, there's a lot of problem going on. The president came up, and said, listen, we need money to renovate the university. But if you go back, we talk about these things since Charlie Quintan. I am confused. Maybe that's me. Will we ever get there? I want to start with Dr. George. Will we ever get there? What's the problem with the biggest and only government-owned, Liberian-owned university? Well, I'm not talking about the other one in the different country. I'm talking about this one now. Well, what's the problem, right, Dr. George? That money is the problem. And Gafan was saying giving money, he doesn't have money. They will go reallocate funds, and we don't have the millions of dollars to renovate. So now we're talking about fixing small, one toilet here, another toilet there, one classroom get here, another classroom. What's going on? While this government is beyond when it comes to the university, Dr. George.
Well, Stanton, for full disclosure, the University of Liberia gave me the first opportunity to work in a private university when I was given the opportunity to work as visiting assistant professor at Ibrahim Babangida IBB. I found my colleagues to be very knowledgeable and wonderful to work with. I started my working in the university private sector, being a part of developing the first private university in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and then coming to Liberia, my colleague Faye was to help develop another university in Liberia, which I won't mention now. But the challenge I see with the University of Liberia is, first of all, there's no university in the world that does not have product that is sell. So the first thing the university have to realize is that the product that the University of Liberia sells is knowledge. And because that university sells knowledge, it have to have a very powerful research-based consultative department that brings money into the university. So if you look at the University of Liberia, it appears to be, and maybe it have changed since I was there, to be fully funded by the government of the Republic of Liberia. You don't have a consultative arm of the University of Liberia. They can learn lessons from the University of Ibadan, University of Ile-Ife. Ibadan has an entire business section of the university that they sell bread, they sell water, they have consultancies where the professors in the university, for example, if you take the newspaper, I've not read Liberian newspaper, but if you go to there's a lot of consultative contract that come from the government of Liberia. It's the University of Liberia positioning its faculty to get some of the consultancy contract. That's the one thing. The second thing I see is the stakeholders. Now, every powerful university have a very strong alumni association. And alumni we have to realize that they are stakeholders. Now, in Liberia, I believe, and I may be wrong, about 70% of those who are employed by the government of Liberia in high government positions, they all graduated from the University of Liberia. How much money are they pumping back in the university? How much are they giving back to the University of Liberia? So the alumni arm is very strong. In fact, if you look at accreditation,
sorry to interrupt you. Let's just come back here as to why we are where we are today, right? With the university, it started. It's not only with this government now, but the government came to rescue the university, right? It started a long time. That would be the argument other people are going to make. But what have this government done? You brought in a foreign individual to serve as president. Mama Payan trying her best. She can't go grab money. Everything is tight around the world. So why is it Gafan holding back? Why is it this thing is an issue that a student cannot go to classroom? They must leave by 3 o'clock because it's about to get dark. No electricity, nothing. What kind of university got nothing? And that's what I want us to talk. Let me practical.
That's the argument that I'm trying to make. The university is supposed to produce something besides government income. But again, when the university was looking for a president, 3 names came up. And one of the names that came up was Professor Moses Zina. The argument, the major argument they made for appointing the current president was that she was able to attract investment in the country. But we know that Zina has the record of leading the project management arm of the Ministry of Agriculture successfully before he became minister. We know that he successfully worked in other African universities like the University of Cape Coast. So many of us who have associated with the University of Liberia was actually championing the cause of them getting Zina. But it brought in someone who has not tasted African university setting.
So she just can make it?
She have not been in that environment. She has not been in that environment one, and they said she was bringing in money. How much money has she attracted to the university in the last 3 years? That was a major argument. She will have attracted funding to the university. She's not attracting it. That's why she's depending on the government of Liberia to give her.
We're all now what the government put. Let me come to you quickly, Fadiga. Let them make this important. We'll keep the adjunct instructor for last, Wilfred Bangura. But it's a problem here. From one government to another, from one administration to another, from one university president to another. The last time we heard about the interim folks, the guy who is ambassador now to America from Liberia, the man said, listen, you said you gave me $34 million or whatsoever, man. I see it. They don't like call it, man. The man said, no, that thing was just a scare talk. So the government said we gave the highest. We lay out the highest budget because that was the wrong argument. The highest in the history of Liberia. But not just talk. That's just something allocated on paper, put down on paper. They didn't receive the money. And Mama Panya now is in distress. Mama Panya is calling SOS. She's in complete distress. The faculty, some members of the faculty are angry. They say they will not go in class. Fadiga, would this government solve the problem?
Stanton, the university has a lot of challenges. Some of them I'm aware of because I'm probably at the finance ministry, but there's a lot of challenge coupled with the free tuition. This government, I think, especially the finance ministry under the leadership of Minister Gafwan, have done a lot. Just look at the budget for last year. 33.9 million was given to the University of Liberia. By mid-year, they requested for 500,000. That was given. Over $2 million addition was added to the budget for personnel costs. The university, I don't want to get into the politics of it, but Dr. Mapaya came highly recommended. She came I think I want to agree with Dr. George that she came highly recommended that she would have brought in some external support. I don't think that has been going on. One of the problems that we have noticed with this university is they have overshot the budget on multiple occasions. One of the things that came out was that they were running 3 semesters. Even in the United States, especially with free tuition. So the government allocated budget for 2 semesters. If you run 3 semesters and pay some, definitely you have to vote for the summer classes. Summer classes, if you want to go to summer class, you pay for it. So I think it's also managerial problem that we're having at that place that needs to be regulated, because you cannot just spend your entire budget on personnel costs. And they keep overshooting the budget. Like I said, last year budget, they overshot the budget by over $2 million. And that put constraint on other ministry and agencies. So I don't know what is going on down there, but I do know that the government is doing everything to put a tight grip on how to manage the fiscal affair in that area. But so you cannot say that the government is not doing what. 33.9 million, that's a lot. It's not much, but it's a lot of money to go to one institution that it cannot even repair.
Let me stop you there. If you push a 33.9 million thing, the woman had
it's close to 40 million, because if you look at it, 2 million.
Fadiga, listen, Fadiga, that was on paper.
It's not on paper. These are real money that they receive.
Fadiga, let's talk one at a time now. You want to finish? Then I'll correct you a little bit.
No, go ahead.
So that was on paper. We are not looking at what is on paper. We are not looking at what Prince Boyne said they put on paper and they don't want championing. What the people receive, let's look at it, Fadiga. This is receivable, right? The woman have a problem. I want to play what she said on OK FM when you finish. The woman said they are challenged. That woman came from America to go solve your problem in Liberia, right? When she put in request for money for your boss man, Gafwan said he doesn't have money. When you know what you want. Okay, finish up. Finish.
You want to understand our budget process. We do not run an economy that have money saying now in
a budget project now. Let's go to
money saying now that we have appropriation, we have budget. You cannot just keep overshooting the budget.
What you say is extremely embarrassing. for you to even, be crying about budget. You came to rescue, then you crying about
even the
budget.
rescue. That still doesn't negate the
You
fact
came
that
to
we have a
rescue.
project
It is disgraceful and shameful.
Let him talk.
Let me finish because he brought something. Look,
it is shameful for you, Fadiga,
we'll come back
to be crying about
I was
budget problem.
All right, wait. I beg you, Jefferson, wait, Fadiga. If you finish, you finish. Let's give the other people a chance to talk, Chief. I will give you another 15 seconds. Finish what you want to say.
Santos, now that Jefferson have brought this thing, we were sitting down, we even had other challenges with infrastructure. It was the same Jefferson government that brought about free tuition when every feasibility study at the university, free tuition was never the problem at that university. There were infrastructure, there were more on salary and other stuff. They brought that thing, introduced another problem to it that this government is continually and they try to weaponize it, politicize it. So for you to come here and even talk about it, those are some of the things that even putting more constraint on.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Let's give Jeff this chance. Jefferson?
Thank you, Stanton. But Fadiga, anyway, so Stanton, it's embarrassing every time when these rescue guys come on the public radio and start to cry, baby. You promised the Liberian people you're going to rescue them. Your duty is to do your job, rescue the Liberian people. It's even embarrassing to see you bring somebody from America to come and raise money for you. You got $1.2 billion budget, and you can't even attend to the University of Liberia. It's shameful. What has the government achieved on the arrest agenda? What? Education, nothing. Agriculture, you have nothing to show. Nothing, absolutely. The only thing you have achieved on is importing and exporting drugs. What? The children out of school, you talk about free education. When we initiated a free education policy, you guys, people that kicked against it. You said that's not what the people needed. We met you at a place where people were staying online from morning to night just to get registered at the University of Liberia. We cut that off by digitizing it. People sit to their houses in the comfort of their homes and register their courses online. Look at the pavement in the yard of the university today. Look at the NAFA project that is there. We made significant progress at the University of Liberia during our administration compared to your administration. You came to rescue that university, but instead you're pushing the university down into a greater mess. The basic thing you can do is to provide quality education for your young people. And that front, you have failed on it miserably. For Gafuan to say he does not have money for the University of Liberia, he should be ashamed of himself. You talk about 32 million.
That's what you right there, Jefferson. And again, guys, let me say this. You can say your own though, but I'm not going to go back to CDC. We rescued the university from CDC. CDC took 1-2 step. We rescued the university from CDC. I want us to talk about now. What's going on with this university? That faculty going on strike, that students are striking, that people are complaining, that the toilet not working, no water, no LEC. Student got to say, I mean, it's just a mess. Just in Monrovia alone, what about Fender campus? Mama Paya is the staff. Mama Paya is confused. The woman privately, she have said that she want to leave, she want to quit. Imagine if Mama Paya quit, man, people. What kind of trouble is that? The student not learning. Got far from the university. Got far holding money back because he doesn't have it. Everything that on paper that Vlad, President Boyka came out and said, we got to renovate. And I support President Boyka for that. But again, thought I want to buy with no hand. You can renovate without money. I mean, that's a disgrace. People 25, 30, 50 years old, they still went to the first term. They're not going to university for 10, 15, 20 years. Not because they don't want to learn, but because they're not there. So what's going on with Mama Paya? What will Mama Paya say? Mama Paya know very well that she came to do something. She came with everything in her. And I believe her. Listen, I respect her. She came to run on the agenda of rescue, to rescue the university. But when she asked Gafan for money, Gafan said, I get money, my sister. They can increase the university budget to $100 million. That's just paper. That's just paper. Who's going to rescue the University of Liberia? You know what they put up for other community colleges? 2,000, 2,000, 300, 300. What kind of nonsense is that? Look. Let me bring in Phoebe. Phoebe, Mama Paya here, she talking, we'll play her video there. Mama Paya is tired. Mama Paya says she won't go back. She can't do this thing anymore. And this is an embarrassment for the university. The woman can't even rest herself. Her pressure now go, she now cornrow and contrepla. It can't wait. Contrepla na can, corona can, it can't wait. The woman just there. Mama Paya ain't get no money. Phoebe, how you going to solve the problem? Mama Paya looking for money. The university, whether it will open August 25th or it will not open, Mama Paya is frustrated. Hooray!
If you want go, let her go. It's when they kiss you.
You can call it straight.
The US student already tell you what the time was. So if you can stand it, now just go back home and leave our control, and we know how to manage it. But on a serious note, the government needs to actually invest in the university. And I've always said this, sadly, many of those guys went to the University of Liberia, they graduated, and they're holding key positions. They have become president, they have become ministers, they have become representatives and senators. They are in the judiciary, but you don't see the impact in the university that they graduated from. The university become worse by the day than when they were attending there, and that's a shame. So they need to put their all into getting that university back on track and make it one of the best. Before, people were very proud to come to Liberia to attend University of Liberia. Today is the other way around. We want to travel outside to go to other universities. Once upon a time, it was the other way around. Everybody wanted to go to University of Liberia. And more in the 90s, we went to Ghana as refugees. Ghanaians would be happy to tell us, oh, but UL, we're in UL. But now we're all talking about, Legon. We're talking about other universities outside of Liberia, people fighting for Cyprus scholarship, all of those stuff. It's a shame on the country. So we need to do what we can do to turn it around. And so the president, you have rescued from CDC. CDC didn't do a good job. And other government didn't do a good job. So now you have rescued it. You have to do what you can do. The balance 3 years you have, whatever you can do to get the university back on track, do it. And let's see a better University of Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Phoebe. Let me come to Kev. Kev, what's going on with Mama Paya?
I agree with Phoebe. She won't go, let she go, because that particular appointment was a scam appointment because of the connection of Joseph Boakai and his family. So it was a scam. So there's a lot of Liberians that qualified to do a better job. So that appointment was a scam. But let me say this, and it's just so sad that folks will continue to fool the Liberian people, thinking Liberian people are stupid. Fadiga, you control the Senate. You control the lower house, my brother. What's stopping you to take the free education out? What's stopping this government? If you can remove a speaker, you can remove that. You can remove that. Just remove it. Tell the Liberian people, tell Ma Mary that your son will not go to university free again. Be paying. Look in the eyes of Ome Yakpaulo. Look in the eyes and tell him and say, not only I'm taking you out of your home and let you sleep on the street, but your son will not go to university. And I dare this government. So don't come and say that bad thing. If that bad thing, 3 years now, take it out. You own the Senate. The president can descend and say, look, free university, we don't want it again. But don't come, it's not campaign time. This is not 2023. Don't do that. It's easy. Just take it out. Just look in the Oma, go down. So anyway, and say, yes, that Oma Hussein Bilal will say, no, you're not going. And let it come on the street and clap for you. You know, how can the president, when the president speaks, it's a policy statement, Stanton, how can the president speak and say, renovate the university with nothing behind it? Gafuan say, you're your home, Mr. President. How can the president voice so weak that he will just talk loosely? You get a president who speaks loosely and say, oh, renovate it. It's a policy. The president's supposed to say, the president supposed to say, I instruct my finance minister, and we're going to send communication to the legislature to renovate the university. Something in the budget. But he just speaks loosely.
Let me bring in Russell. Let me bring in Russell, then we'll go ahead and bring in Wilfred Bangura. Wilfred Bangura, I think he's teaching at the university, so we'll keep him for last. Go ahead, Russell.
Well, thanks, Stanton. I think a lot has been said about this issue. There's no question about it. I'm a product of the University of Minnesota, and I've spoken about this here on this show. And many of us who went to school here know that one of the principal responsibilities of the president of the university, especially in America, is to raise money. Fund development is a major part of that responsibility. And so if she's not doing that, I don't know what her terms of, a reference is like at the University of Liberia. But if that's, one of the impressions that she gave, or one of the things that she may have said to impress the president and the leadership to hire her, then they need to go back and revisit that. Because clearly she's not doing one of the things they hire her to do. I mean, there are so many different marketing, there's so many different fundraising strategies that she could employ, I'm sure. I mean, especially the way she's from. There was one time here on the show, Stanton, I think I did a video, I talked about the license plate, for example. I have a University of Minnesota license plate on my car. So whenever it's a partnership between the DMV and the university. So whenever alum or anyone affiliated with the university, if you want that plate, every year when you renew the plate, you pay an extra $20. That $20 goes directly to the University of Minnesota. So there are so many different strategies that I think that she could employ, but clearly one of her principal responsibility is to raise funds for the university, to get out there, leverage our international connection. I was told that this woman had all these different connections overseas that she could leverage to raise some money. What is happening, Stanton?
Yeah, when Mama Payne, we can ask, but listen, we're going to hear from her because she was on OK FM some time ago, and she spoke about this whole university stuff. It's bad for the university. My fellow Liberian, we don't just sit there. You got to say something. You got to call it as it is. It's bad for the university.
When are you bringing her on standard on one-on-one with the CEO?
She's scared. She will not come. She's scared. Mama Payne is scared.
Have you asked her? Have you reached out to her?
Mama, just leave that one, brother. If I tell you she's scared, just let it be. She's scared. She can't make it. her husband said she might not come. The government people don't want her to come. She's scared. You guys should tell the truth. She's so afraid. The woman is a decent woman. Kev, what's that picture of she and the Liberian girl traveling with a hair cornrow? Can you send me that picture? Let me bring in Wilfred Bangura. Wilfred, let's hear you.
Good evening, Stanton. Good evening to our colleagues of the panel and to Liberians. It's good to be on the show tonight. And yes, Stanton, you're right. I'm an adjunct faculty there at the University of Liberia. And so basically, I would just like to refer you to a press release that was signed by the president on the 10th of August. That press release
Can you send it to me, please? Can you please send it to me?
On the university website. Just go to Facebook, University of
Liberia.
Liberia.
You don't have it, just talk about
I do have it. I do have it. When I'm done, I will send it to you.
If you have it, send it to me, brother.
I will. Yeah. So in that press release, signed by the president herself, she made it very clear to the faculty, the administration, and the students at the university. And she got a mandate from the board of trustees to take certain immediate actions. So there were a plethora of issues which are quite legitimate that were raised by OFASA, and the president herself does not negate that these issues are real, and she stated clearly that she was prepared and ready to work. I'm very glad about that. My whole point of view here is that there has got to be a middle ground to resolve these crises when they happen, because these crises are not new, they are old, and they have always been there. And if somebody asks about the university budget, yes, we have the biggest budget of the university, this budget year. So Stanton, in the release I'll be sending to you, she made mention of 62-seater buses that will be given to aid transportation for faculty and students. And this is going to be done at the largesse of the president, a gift initiated by him. And so that will be in before the end of this year. She spoke about $2.2 million that has been approved to build 25 new classes in Fender to accommodate more students and resolve a lot of the capacity challenges there. So all of those things are in the release. And the good news is that the university will be opening, according to the release, on the 25th of August. And the students can't wait. You know that there has been consistent operation of the university, unlike the days when the university used to be off and on. So students have expressed, enormous support for that, because they've got academic business to do. And it is the responsibility of the institution to maintain institutional stability and continuity. And of course, like I said, that the faculty themselves got legitimate concerns. So we want to thank the board. The role I will be playing here tonight will be to say, look, thankfully, we have a common ground here. The board of trustees has been seized of this matter. So as a member of the university family, I'm excited that these crises are being resolved and immediate interventions are being made. So in the release, all the count by count, positions were addressed by Madam President. So let me just pause and try to send the instrument.
Let me ask you a question, Bangura. Have the other side agreed that the university should be open, or you just speaking from Mama Panya and the faculty staff?
Yes. So I'm speaking from the press release that I read. All of us, we have it in our chat rooms.
Have the other side agreed? Those people that are protesting, have they agreed with the recommendation and everything you just said, that they are okay that the university should be open on the 25th of August?
I cannot speak for OFASA. I can't speak for us. It's like myself speaking for myself.
Have you seen anything that they have agreed?
Yeah, I'm seeing positive signals. I'm seeing positive signals.
Have you seen anything like on the document that they have agreed? They have worked this thing out, and they agree that the university.
Normally, the way it is done, the union OFASA will issue her position statement. These are dialogues and negotiations.
Have they issued a position statement yet?
I haven't seen one yet, but there is a press release. There is a press release released and signed by the university family.
I agree with you. The university family can say anything they want to say, but I'm saying to balance this thing out that Rich is saying, you go on the other side to see whether the people that are protesting, right, whether the position is clear and they are willing to come back. Mama Panya is in distress. Mama Panya want to tell the Liberian people, say, listen, I came here to do a piece of job. Listen, you get over 10 vice president, 10 high salary. It's not an issue. Why these people might enrich themselves and then the students suffer? That the Rich is saying, it's the overhead, it's the expensive. The people are saying, listen, Mama Panya, you don't know the system yet. UL State has about 10 VP with high salary and benefit. Lack of supervision from the office of Mama Panya. Money going, we get some checks that will be showing. Money going like crazy. The US Board, the board of the University of Liberia, they are not even independent in discharge of the duty. These people say they do not agree because of lack of transparency. Hiring and payment of VPs, directors, faculties. So the students suffering. So every money the government put in there, Emmanuel George, it goes to the big people up there. Mama Panya cannot fight them. They are complaining. Look what they are telling me. NASCO remittances for faculty and staff haven't reached NASCO. All the money, this is a big one. That is said, Fubi, you talk about NASCO. For NASCO, NASCO said they get the money. What Mama Panya doing with the money? All the money they're cutting from the people that's supposed to go to NASCO, the money not go there. Who eating the money? What kind of corrupt university they are running? Then you want to lecture and say the faculty agree. Faculty will agree. But the people that are protesting, that's the problem. Let's listen to Mama Panya. And this is, look, President Bwaka came to rescue. We'll make sure that he rescued. We're not speaking about 2 sides of the mud. He has to rescue. Let's listen to Mama Panya.
School in 2026. We just couldn't do it. It wasn't a possibility. And so now I've been urging everyone to start the coming semester on time so that students.
This is it. Hold on 1 minute.
Calling on the faculty and the staff to return to work.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Well, it certainly is possible. The question is whether or not they will do it. You know, I think the nation education school in 2026, we just couldn't.
Calling, you say, if possible, well, whether or not they would do it. And that's why Bangura know very well they are not going to do it. You can call tired. The people say what they have requested, Mama Panya not giving it to them. Look at what the woman's saying. I don't know whether they will do it. The woman's, look, she's very clear.
Calling on the faculty and the staff to return to work.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Well, it certainly is possible. The question is whether or not they will do it. You know, I think the nation is tired of work stoppages at the University of Liberia. I think the government is tired of work stoppages at the University of Liberia, and I know the students are tired of it. You know, when I first came to Liberia, one of the very first things I did in my first 100 days was to regularize the academic calendar at the University of Liberia, because I was coming off or following a year when only one semester had taken place in 12 months. You know, that's no way to run a university. We know that there are, 52 weeks in a year. There's enough time for 2 16-week semesters and a vacation school. So I gave a proposal to the Faculty Senate and the Academic Coordinating Council. They've voted on it favorably. And so we launched on this process of trying to make sure that UL is always in session. And, during 2025, we had one full semester. We had a pilot of our new vacation school. And then we were delayed on starting the second semester. So we started it in October instead of in August, which was what was scheduled. And as a result of that, we had to push the graduation that was scheduled for December of that year to February. And as a result of losing those 2 months, we lost vacation.
That's just the first part. That's what you're saying. 20 years you spend in your university, structure, you go, you do your job, you come out, swear. No problem. You get your paycheck, they get your benefit, you retire, you enjoy on your farm, God bless you. NASCO not receiving the people money. What Mama Panya doing with the people money? I mean, this is a serious issue that they don't want us to say. We're talking about drugs, right? But the people, the students are suffering. President Bwaka got to do better. President Boaga got to do the right thing. You brought Mama Payan from where in America? Yeah, you came to suffer her. They must say, I don't know the poor will come. The person, no, the woman got no faith. That Richardson take it away from me, man. Then you got Fadiga here lying to us, so the poor will go there here. Bagura. The woman said, don't wait.
Yeah, Stanton, Dr. Mampayan inherited some systemic problems.
You Mama Payan, you said Dr. Mampayan, Mama Payan.
The money Mama Payan, there's a MA.
Yeah, Mama Payan, that better name. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was just saying to everyone who's listening to me that she inherited some systemic problems. Okay. When I hear people saying that you can register online, how do you register online when you don't have the electricity to charge your phone, or you don't have the water system to have your bathroom regularized? So those are the systemic problems that she inherited. Now we'll move forward to speaking about what can she do differently. I like the idea that Winfred Russell said, maybe we can find other ways that money can be raised for the university. Other universities in this country or other parts of the world, they have an endowment fund. There's so many of the people that we know in Liberia government that graduated from the university. If they could just make some money and not have an endowment fund, we have to find other ways for money to be able to be accrued for the university. There's a huge center. You mentioned another thing, a huge salary disparity. Why a university I mean have 10 or whatever or more or vice presidents, or deputy presidents, or however we call them in Liberia? There shouldn't be that many people in the cookies jar. There should be at least streamline the university process, have professors teaching 1 or 2 or 3 courses a semester. And just, and they may not want to leave, but they have to be there. We have to support the culture of destroying property. She's trying to change that. I know she's working hard. A lot of people want to just fight, fuss, put things on fire, break things. We can't do that. We have that inside of our world. We want to destroy our own property because we have disagreement with one party or disagreement with the university. We put the university on fire. We put our streets on fire. We burn things. We steal things, and all of this. You cannot do that. It's yours. In the end, it's the students that will suffer, and it's the people of Liberia that will suffer. Yes, she's working on. I heard what you said, Stanton, about NARCUR, the retirement fund. We don't know where it is, and the university have to get to the place where they have to be able to show accountability for the money they receive. If they receive $34 million a year, let that be accountable. We know that the previous administration didn't account well. They had a mismanagement of funding going on at the university at that time. So it was a dispute going on. So as I close right now, I'm just saying that let the university just regularize some of the concerns that they have. She's already starting to open schools. She's doing her best. That's what I can say, Stanton.
Yeah, Dr. Josh, this woman says something that people overlooking though. The woman is not even sure, right? Look, she's not in control. Dr. Josh, is that what you're sensing? Because of the terrain, of the culture. You brought a woman from the United States, a decent woman. You put her among the wolf. Who eating the NASCAR remittance funds? Where is it? Who eating it? Bunch of the money go to 20 VP, 10 VP, 100 VP, and everybody eating the money. Dr. George, we are in trouble. And the woman can't talk. She cannot say fine. Look at the woman smiling. She wants to say something. You can just read her body language. She really want to say her heart. Look, if that woman leave that journey and come to America, one of the American journalists interview her, she will spill the beans. She will. Something in there she want to say. Mama Payan is a decent woman. The way they treat her is bad. Dr. George, talk to me. Let me get you closer on this.
Stanton, strike action is a part of African university culture. So if she's not used to that, she have to adjust herself to it and start to learn it. So you have to, when you become a leader in an African university, you have to start preparing to mitigate against strike actions. And you have to block everywhere or bring strike out, the actions out. She had problem with the students a few months ago. Now the faculty staff, Wilfred Bangura, them, they have problem with her. So my brother Wilfred said he's in between because he has the challenge also. So he part of the faculty action. So what she believed the university can open, but she not too sure the faculty are going to stop the action, which this time is about social security. Now, if we have more than 10 vice presidents, she being the president of the university and she member of the board of trustees, she has the confidence of Mr. President. She has been there for over 2 years. Those are the things that she should be recommending if there are a lot of vice presidents, what to do with them. Again, in most Western countries, from the rank of assistant principal, you become a fundraiser. From assistant principal, you are a fundraiser. When you take that position, when you leave from that position and expect you to raise funds, the main reason why the president of the university, I don't want to mispronounce her name, was given that position was because she was able to articulate clearly to the vetting committee, the search committee, that she had the ability to attract resources to the University of Liberia. And I agree with Wilfred. I will put this point and conclude. There is no university in the world that is thriving that does not have investment opportunity. We are a knowledge economy community. We create knowledge in the university. We have trash all over in Monrovia. What is the University of Liberia doing to alleviate that situation? The government have a lot of consultancy opportunity. Is there a University of Liberia consultancy department where those professors in the University of Liberia could be used as the ones to conduct the research opportunity in Liberia? How many books were released at the University of Liberia in the last 3, 4, 5 semesters? The students at the university, are they purchasing books when they go to school? She talked about transportation, the government will. She's been there for 2 years. Is it government will everybody will be depending on? She should be saying that those buses are already on campus, because you definitely know that the university runs the main campus on Capitol Hill and the Fender campus, and students have to have transportation to migrate between the main campus and the Fender campus. So yes, I know some of us will want to give her a pass mark, but she came into this position knowing that in African university there will be strike actions. She came into that position knowing that there was challenges in the University of Liberia, and she had been there for 2 years. And I don't see her mitigating those challenges. I don't see her attracting a grant or other resources to the University of Liberia. Maybe she have done, but I have not seen it. Maybe some of her principal lieutenant can speak towards that. And I don't see the University of Liberia producing anything. And the University of Liberia, even if the government of Liberia pumped $50 million, if the university is not producing, that money will not be sufficient to push the University of Liberia forward. No, Stanton, I was sent to a university in South Korea to study when I was going up the rank of leadership. There's a university in South Korea called Samyok University. That university learned that in South Korea, the people wanted to learn English, and they developed a department that makes a lot of money every year teaching English in South Korea. What have we learned in our university system to solve problems and solve challenges?
Thank you very much. We're going to play the other side of the OKFM interview. Beautiful interview. And shout out to OKFM. Fadiga, we got a problem.
It's gentle. That university have a whole lot of problems. I think the most serious and challenging problem in our situation at the University of Liberia is the management of their payroll and personnel costs. It is eating a huge chunk of that money. I listened to the tip, and Dr. Mapaya says something which is also a serious problem with the vacation school. Let us not forget that government is sponsoring partly the tuition of most of the students. There has never been any mechanism put in place where when you fail, you just go back and get reprimanded or something like in the US, where when you fail to meet certain GPA, students fail, they go back, they still sit down, take the same class, government pay. You're running 3 semesters at a time. Who pays for those things? Even in America, financial aid, vacation school, not heavily subsidized, you pay for your own pocket. The management of the university needs to go beyond just a payroll and personnel costs. 33.9 million up to 40 million is not a small money. It's not a lot, but it's still not a small chunk of money to keep going. One of the problems that these guys have been facing is they have full-time professors that were not doing full-time job, so they have to hire other professors to do the job. So they keep, paying themselves, paying themselves. They need some big brother to go in there. And I think if my memory can serve me, where the Ministry of Finance will try to do something in that direction to send people there to help them manage the personnel costs. But that's still, I don't think it seems to be working because they keep overshooting the budget. So
I mean, you get, yeah, but before we bring in Fubi and Kev, you send me the picture, yeah, Baker, man. But Michael said, don't send it to me. But the issue we are facing with, right? The people, where Bangura? Bangura can't do this. They put him in the letter. They wrote a letter on the 9th. The leadership of the University of Liberia Faculty and Staff Association informed its member that it has not had any conversation on how our demands can be resolved. Reminds all faculty and staff that our resolution of July 17, 2026 is active and remain in force. Then talk to the people. The leadership takes note of a meeting called by the Minister of State to address the President's committee or commitment to the University of Liberia, renovation and upgrading. You might appreciate the visitor for his initial action. As you can see, they are very low. The leadership also take note of pronouncement within the corridor of the university, which appear to ignore the concern of UFASA in an attempt to compel members of our group to report to work. UFASA, ULFASA, therefore issued this statement as a final warning to all those involved in this scam. We will not hesitate to take targeted action against persons confirmed to be deliberately undermining the objectives of our General Assembly. The leadership of UFASA is exploring all possible administrative and legal options to ensure that the decision of the General Assembly is achieved. The leadership will continue to engage with the visitor of the university to find a lasting solution to the problem at the University of Liberia. In view of this decision, all faculty, all staff are reminded to remain disengaged from all academic and staff activities until the wishes of the General Assembly are fully fulfilled. Therefore, all offices and academic units must remain closed. Absolutely. No academic or administrative employee shall report to work. Where is Bangura? The leadership hereby notifies all faculty and staff to listen to official channel of communication from UFASA and remain calm. Thank you for your attention to this matter issue by the authority of the Executive Committee of UFASA and Eric Patton, General Secretary, E. Mountain Wye, the second Secretary General. Where is Bangura, Jefferson Chelsea? The point is coming back.
Gone, you're not seeing it again. He gone.
They're coming back.
Man, gone.
And that's what Mama Paya said. I'm not sure. Jeff, and then we'll finish with Fubi. I love what Fubi said. Fubi said, listen, people got to fix it. They got to fix it. Jeff, go ahead and we'll finish with Fubi.
Stanton, the president of the UL, Dr. Mapayam, right now, will not succeed at the University of Liberia if this government is not going to support her financially. And it's clear. Have you asked how much the speaker office is getting? You talk about 13 million to the University of Liberia. Have you asked? Have you asked how much is going to the EPS? Have you asked how much is going to the NSA? Then you talk about university, 3 million to the University of Liberia is a lot of money, Fadiga.
The university created their own budget. They made their own budget. It was not a government.
Compared to what the guys are getting, even the 33 million, they're not giving them.
Well, why you can't get Jefferson the chance to?
Government has decided not to even remake them.
That's not true. That's not
University
true.
of Liberia.
We have.
We don't even have generator running.
Jeff, 1 minute wait. Fadiga do. Jeff, when you speak in the middle, he doesn't interrupt you. Why can't
you? You be spreading misinformation.
We agree, but you got to. Fadiga,
Fadiga, you spread more misinformation.
Jeff, wait. Fadiga, please. You got to align, be that Phoebe. Let the mentor you. I beg you, Chief. Go ahead, Jefferson Chelsea.
Go ahead, line attorney.
Dr. Mapai, right now.
You muted. Can you unmute?
So the guys gave all the money to the NSA, to the speaker and the deputy speaker, and left the University of Liberia out. And lying to us, and Fadiga got the guts to look in the faces of the Liberia people and lie to us and tell them they've given the University of Liberia 33 million. Where? Government has been clear that he will not give the university the amount of money they want to run that university. Why are you suffering the lady at the university? Cheers and Stanton, I'm telling you, sit for the student to sit in the university is not there. Government is a product of the University of Liberia, and I'm surprised that he's strangulating the university intentionally. Look, let's agree. The Unity Party is failing on all fronts. But at least education should be the last front. At least rescue the educational sector. At least. So tell us one thing, one area of the arrest agenda that this government has succeeded in. None. Not even education, not just the University of Liberia. I'm not talking about other technical colleges. Because the other colleges, they're giving them completely nothing. But the University of Liberia, our premier university.
Well, that's right there. Because we got to go. We got to talk about the we got to talk about everybody that involved, that we can talk about the drugs issue. We got to be one about the drugs issue. And I want to talk about the Canadian old man that they scammed and took money from. And look, we got a lot to talk about. Let me finish up with Chief Henry. Wilfred Bangura ran away. What my brother, the professor from Nigeria, Dr. George, he ran away too. Everybody running away. It looked like Bangura said the pool open. They said Bangura open. Fumi, what Bangura? Bangura ran away? I mean, this is an embarrassment. Fumi, you cannot, look, the people have sent the 11 can. I will read the 11 can. Fumi talk. Let me put it up. Let me put it in the chat room first. They put send the 11 can.
Stanton, how will I run away? You know, I got to come and give it to me.
Don't come out. You say the people that come in, you will pay that people national social security money. You'll pay, you're eating the money. It's not good. It's very wicked. The Liberian people hearing this. You cannot eat the post social. Mama Payne got to speak about this social security thing. Go ahead. But Fumi.
No, it's unfortunate, but I didn't see this evening. I'm little yet talking. They pretended, they can always pretend that they did better, and they did nothing. And you know, and sadly, the whole issue of NASCOP, you know, people work, you cut their NASCOP salary, their NASCOP contribution, and I don't know why there's just a problem of the whole government of Liberia, and not only the University of Liberia. Almost every major agency of government, they cut people NASCOP that they are 3%, and now it's 4%. They don't remit to NASCOP. Then when you retire, you go to NASCOP. NASCOP does not have money to give you. Then it becomes an issue. And NASCOP also it's on an obligation. It's a law. NASCOP can request that money. They got a mandate to do that. I don't know why they are not enforcing that. And, you know, but like they almost said, even though you are rating all of those stuff, she's not sure that the people will listen. And with this letter that I just released on the 9th, with the date on the 9th, it also clearly shows that. And so they need to go back and have a very in-depth meeting with the guys. They still have time, since their deadline to open is the 25th. They still have time to have some background negotiations and try to meet up with all of these things. Give people a clear stuff, because you can't be working 25, 30 years, you are retired, then your contribution for NASCOP is not remitted to NASCOP and you can't get your benefit. That should not happen anywhere, you know, because the time some of the salary people make not enough, so they're depending on that NASCOP contribution as a fallback. And when you retire, you can't get that. So, you know, it's stressful. You know, then all the other issues, renovation and all the other stuff, I think the president has given mandate. I think Gaffon and other guys should be able to own up to it. All these guys, you become minister, the speaker also is teaching there. All of those things should give them the energy to revive the University of Liberia. You know, you cannot put the University of Liberia.
You said he got teaching there. He got teaching dirty classroom, and he sit in a $45,000 car, $90,000 car with a $1 million budget, and he see the student sitting on the floor, standing up, no window, no air condition, no blackboard. Then the speaker, we go teach in that kind of classroom, and Bangura is here as an adjunct professor. Bangura, do you ever enter the student toilet to see how it look? Do you ever go and take a pee from number 1 and number 2, not in the faculty toilet? Bangura, this is a disgrace. This is what the people are asking for. Let's keep it real. You know what? We got to tell people this true. National Social Security and Welfare Corporation, NASCO payment. Retirement security is not a favor. It is a legal right earned through decades of service. It's in the chapter, I put it there. Deduction taken from workers' own salaries and never remitted up to the betrayal of the very people who have kept the university standing. Accordingly, the General Assembly thereby demand that the University of Liberia administration immediately halt all pending retirement of faculty and staff and withdraw all letters issued without any precondition until every retiree Social Security entitlement is secure. To be right, the people can find the money.
And I just do business. That you check it out, more than 10 years issue that they have. It's just and they ignoring it, and they have to stand up now, because if they don't stand up now, when they leave the IJT, they will not get a benefit. So it's a good thing to stand up now. To commit to it.
No, 40% outstanding payment in line with the 2021 MOU. They want 40%. Disparity in salaries of faculties and staff. They want to call that change of status of faculty and staff. That's the demand. Renovation and restroom. Restroom. Let's see what Bangura will say. They say the people are pooping all in the bag, in a plastic bag. That's what they're doing at the university. The restroom supplies an operational budget. Undergraduate colleges, that all undergraduate colleges receive full office, academic and operational supplies. Hey man, toilet paper they don't get. Can you imagine? Adjunct salary and overload payment. That what Bangura here is an adjunct instructor. He ain't getting a full salary anyway, that's good. Transportation for faculty and staff and maintenance of buses. I mean, human resource manual, they don't have it. Steady leave compensation and full coverage. Amen. Appeal to the government, the media, and the Liberian public. The resolution is not a declaration of hostility. It is a plea for the survival of the University of Liberia. Can you imagine that? What more you want the people to ask? Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Paya wanted to do the right thing, but no hand. No hand. This is trouble. So they set the date for August 25th. That school will open. Let's see. Let's listen to Kula, then we'll leave the other talk conversation. This is what Kula was crying on. And I like my Kula. I like her Bawe. She's my lawyer. She represented me. Let's listen to her.
So on the University of Liberia, yes, as you've seen the president's initial action, that is the initial action because by now the expectation was that renovation works would have started. As you know, the government has contributed significantly to the University of Liberia for renovation works, and the president hopes that that particular one is non-negotiable, that should take place like yesterday. As to other actions, of course, it's not just one of an action. There are several other actions that the president's team have been briefing the president on, what they're doing. As you know, the presidential advisor, specifically Dr. Augustine Kone, is the president's representative to the University of Liberia, and he's been updating His Excellency on the different actions and what's happening. But I want to let you know, to inform the community of the University of Liberia that is a very active discussion ongoing, and the president hopes that this is question can really go on very fast so that the University of Liberia can reopen as soon as possible. As I mentioned, he is also very concerned about the university and its closure, especially if it's not regular academic closure, but the closure as per the faculty's decision. So he really wants all issues be resolved and that students can go back to school as soon as possible.
When I left the committee.
So let us go ahead. Let's move on. It's very important. I think we should close now. We're going to end with the faculty on the show. But Greg, any last word?
Yes, I have a last word on this. So thank you for sharing the press release, and then I mean both press releases actually, the position of SOFA and the president of the University of Liberia, which contains the intervention of the visitor. So we are confident. This impasse will be resolved. You know, this budget that the university is operating is the biggest since I think 3 or 4 years ago. From 22 million is at 32 or 33 million. So this is massive progress. This is how you measure progress and how you measure a government determination to solve the many problems at the University of Liberia. The problems there are old. They are not new. They are perennial. But I believe the visitor and his government, they are determined to work with the university's faculty and administration and board of trustees to resolve this as soon as possible. And you know, in the student community, Dr. Malpayan is very popular with them because her interest kind of synergizes with the interest of the students. And of course, the government, because students want to go to school without interruption. The university's buildings have been standing there since they were built. They face a lot of challenges. So for me, I've always maintained that in order to have a whole moving mass, all the problems should be addressed and we should be able to have a middle ground. And I can see this government's headed by the visitor. I see the determination to have this thing resolved. So we're looking forward to a speedy resolution so that students can begin classes. The proposed.
And the visitor you're talking about, is the president, correct? Just
yes,
for people out there.
Liberia, yes.
The president of Liberia, the visitor. So as you see, yes, folks, we're keeping our finger crossed. Maybe the visitor will go visit again. Maybe the visitor will put money and see. Oh, it's just a seriousness. So before we leave you, do you think the university thing will be resolved? Do you think they will open the university and this government can fix it? I mean, I'm my brother talking about it. Look, people are calling right now. They are saying the video. I just put a video in the chat room. I want you guys to see it quickly. People are saying, I mean, the university is a mess. Since the woman took over 19 months now, 19 months. I'm trying to upload a video for you to see. 19 months since she took over. What is the improvement? 19 months. What's the improvement? I'm seriously asking. What have changed from one problem to another? Who eating the university money? Not that President Barker putting money there. I'm hearing that President Barker putting a lot of money there. But is President Barker just saying it? It's not happening. Because it's one thing to say it as a president, right, Russell? And it's another thing to see whether the finance minister already giving the money. You can stand from the crowd and say, but is the money going there? So who eating the university pension money? Who eating the university money? Shannon, where can you put this thing up for me that I'll send you? Who eating it? A lot of people are concerned. Who eating the money? But man, it's bad. What I'm seeing here, the video that I'm seeing here is horrible. It's horrible. But I beg for us to leave. I feel for Mama Payan. I feel for Mama Payan. And this is a problem. There is a huge problem. There's a huge problem. And I don't know, that Richardson, you say you want to say something? Or are you okay? Because we got to go.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Can I just say something quick? You muted, gentlemen.
No, Kev, you say you want to. I said, go ahead and close. We got to go.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Richardson talk about systemic issue, right? this government don't have the luxury of systemic issues, because the campaign on that, the campaign that they were going to fix it from day one. So they don't have the luxury of speaking on that. You understand? So when they come out and tell the public that on day one, you remember the president used most of the things the president said, he said on day one. So they don't have that luxury of speaking on it. You know, I know you spoke on it, they don't. This government don't, because they said they were going to do it on day one. They don't have it. I just want to make that clear. They don't have that luxury of speaking on systemic issues.
Okay, thank you very much. So we want to call
I
on.
don't understand, if I may ask Kev, what luxury you talking about? The problem of the University of Liberia just started? Is that what you want to say?
Good question. We all know there's a problem. Since post-war, there's a problem. We know that. But this government said they campaign on it. Say,
do you know the enormous?
Let me answer you. Let me answer you.
Let me answer you now.
No, let me answer you.
Let me ask you another question.
No, let me finish.
Let me answer you. Why you want to
answer you? You were just dancing around.
Let me answer you now.
Let me answer you. This government said on day one they will solve that. Matter of fact, this government came and campaigned that everything the CDC was doing, or everything under Madam Ellen was doing, was nothing. They can fix it. He's a race car. He can fix it on day one. That's what this president said. But on day one, there was no university for the entire 2024. No university. Universities were closed. Mahampaya came in. She wanted to open it. $200,000. She couldn't get it. Well, guess what? The priorities at that time for this government was to remove the speaker. So they spent and all the money, Dr. Richardson, all the money they're supposed to open the university at a time for $200,000, they spend it on the removal of Fanati Kofa. We're here, and Dr. Richardson, we saw the money they were spending. So the opening of the university were never the priorities, never, and that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about saying.
Okay, so you still want to?
What we're saying is they said they were going to do it on day one.
I've heard that you're repeating yourself now. Okay, so let me just say this very shortly, Kev. You know, the group of people right now who need a kind of good education, solid education, are the young Liberians. They are waiting. These are the people that this government is doing everything it can to ensure that they have a good university atmosphere. That's why the budget of the university increased by more than $10 million. Now, if $10 million,
it's not showing.
Please, excuse me.
It's on paper. It's not showing.
You can sensationalize this thing all you want.
Oh, man.
It's not showing.
You can.
It's not showing.
Will you let me talk to you? The other problem with you is that you tend to imagine the scope of this.
But well, Lester won't call. Let he call. He got my number. He can call. But Gura, let me ask you a question. Yeah. The complaint of the people, Social Security, that money the people paid at that number one, they complain. What happened? Who eating the people Social Security money?
Stanton, these are very legitimate concerns. These are, in fact, very serious concerns. So that's why you said, unless someone wants to call, he has to call because he has to answer the kind of question. I mean, they're part of the administration. But the argument we're making here is that after all said and done, you are
telling us that you don't know about the Social Security.
No, I don't want to university. I'm not in administration.
So you don't know, right?
I am not in administration. I wouldn't know.
Are you paying Social Security money? Are you contributing to Social Security?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Okay, don't you think it's concerning that you should know?
But that's what I said. I said this is a very concerning matter.
Have you checked with Social Security whether or not they're receiving your contribution?
I haven't checked with
Social Security. Let's say you're there.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Hold on 1 minute. Let's bring Lester in. Lester just called. Let's bring him on. I beg you guys. Now after Lester, then we got to go to the drugs and the other issue. Lester, you're live. Welcome to the show.
Stanton, there are some clarification that I need to provide because I am the Vice President for Fiscal Affairs.
You have the time, Lester. We have the time. Go ahead. The people listen to you.
First of all, let us itemize what I'm about to say. In 2021, the University Faculty Association staged a protest mandating government for a 100% increment. The first 60% was paid. So people that were earning, for example, $750, their salary moved up to another level. In 2022, the other 40% was paid. So before then, an instructor earned $750. Currently, an instructor earned $1,850 US. An instructor. So that is more than 800% increment. So first, the record is there is no outstanding 40%. Relative to the NASCO issue, the NASCO issue is a historical issue. From 2011 to 2021, there are two different payments made to NASCO. You have the employer's contribution, which is 6%, and you have the employee's contribution, which is 4%. From 2011 to 2021, there were gaps of NASCO remittance. This is why the university payroll was taken over by the Ministry of Finance after it was identified that, yes, indeed, there were defaults on it.
Hold on, guys. Lester, please call back. I was trying to remove someone else from the call, by the way. I don't know. Let me take this out. Lester, hold on 1 minute. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Lester, hold on 1 minute. My phone just went into recharge. We got to hear what Lester have to say, but we have the student faculty representative on as well, and we just went off. Lester, please call me back. And to the student faculty chairman, I think that's the chairman, we will hear you after Lester, please. Good. Lester, I can see your call. Okay, hold on, Lester. Okay, Lester is back. Lester, sorry that we got interrupted. To the student faculty, the individual that called him, please wait. We will call you back after Lester. Lester, are you there? Can you hear us?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, sorry for that. Go ahead. I think we're good now. Go ahead, Chief.
I'm just trying to set the record straight. From 2022 till July 2026, all remittances comprising a full percent were paid to NASCO. All remittances, that is the employee's contribution, all of them were paid. The only outstanding amount in question is $2.4 million, which the Ministry of Finance has agreed to pay and offset that liability. And that liability 2011 to 2021. From 2011 to 2021, $2.4 million. That was the reconciliation that we called for NASCO. Are you there?
We listen to you, Lester. Go ahead.
Relative to the issue of the renovation, the $6.3 million for the purpose of renovation/modernization. The Ministry of Finance, money in an escrow account. So the information that the money has not come or it is not going to come, it is untrue. The Minister of Finance is a partial, in fact, he was a professor at the University of Liberia. Anything that has to do with the university is on his agenda as item number one. That entire money is sitting in an escrow account. The problem we have is the lengthy procurement process. When government gives you money for a project, it is not money acceptable to anyone where you just open a port, collect the money, and do have to be followed. The PPCC itself, their processes can be extremely long. We have the procurement process since February. We completed 2 stages of it. Only today, we got the no objection. Only today. Only today. We got the no objection.
Let's understand. Because let's I beg you, you came to make us to understand. Let me ask you, help me understand. And the folks are texting too. If you give us everything like that, we'll be confused. Let's take it small, I beg you, in our own way. The contribution to NASCA. There's one of the major issue here with the UFASA. What can you tell us about that contribution?
Well, there are 2 contributions that are made to NASCA. We have the 4%, which is paid by the employees. That means at the end of every month, every employees we have is a deduction of 4%. That is the employee's contribution. And I'm telling you for the record that the last payment was made last month. So that outstanding, there is no outstanding arrear from the employee's contribution. The government of Liberia is regular on the 6%. There is a deficit, however, and I'm saying this in all true of the matter. There is a deficit, and that deficit was accrued from 2011 to 2021. And that amount of the deficit is $2.4 million. The Minister of Finance has agreed to liquidate, to pay off that outstanding liability that accrued from over 10 years ago. So the idea of people remittance not being paid is untrue.
So Lester, 4% from employer. I think we got Phoebe here that champion this NASCA thing. 4% from employee. All right, 6% from the government of Liberia. You said there's a deficit from 2011 to 2021 in the amount of $2.4 million. $2.4 million. Okay. Yes. Have you met the UFASA group and have you explained this to them? Why are they arguing that the contribution is not going through NASCA?
Well, you see, there were 2 opportunities given to offer to have a dialogue with the president. They both convened a meeting, I think 2 weeks ago, and OFASA refused to allow the president to sit in that meeting. So it is not that opportunity we're not giving. We understand that in this kind of, look, the university has challenges. Some of the complaints of the faculty and staff are legitimate. We shouldn't put, because I'm also a faculty at the university, but these are historical questions that cannot be solved within a specified period of time that they anticipate. It is a process that we must follow.
So what are the issues? Let's talk to you. So let's ask you. You said we have some issues, and what they are saying, some are
issue. For example, the University of Liberia was not built to accommodate the current enrollment of students. For over 40 years, there have been no additional built at that university, whether it is with the exception of the College of Health Sciences that are trying to transfer the medical school to Fendel, and that money is from them for over 40 years. There have been no additional infrastructure. The university current population is around 28,000 students. So you can see the pressure on the existing infrastructure. And that is why
But I mean, they are disagreeing. So we get Dr. Richardson here. Maybe they want to ask you a question. And sorry, guys, we cannot get to the rest of the other program. We hope we can squeeze those things in, but it's very good that we talk about the University of Liberia, while we have Lester Tenney here. Dr. Tenney is part of the university faculty. Dr. Tenney been around the block for a very long time. Will be speaking to the opposition, the student, UFASA or USA, wherever the name is. We will be speaking to the leaders as well. But they're saying what you're saying is absolutely wrong, Dr. Lester Tenney. They are saying the contribution is not at NASCAP. They are saying that, look, they are coming to actually rebuke you because they are saying you are the problem at the university. Why are they putting this on you? They texted me, they're going to come and say, but let me say now, while you're on the phone, they say you are the problem. Why people are blaming you, Lester?
Because I am not in a position to politicize an issue that has historical context. I speak the truth. I speak what I know because I manage, at least for the couple of months I have been there, the financial record of the university. I manage it. And I can tell you with all certainty that A, the 40% has been paid. It has been paid about 3 years or 4 years ago. B, there is regularized payment of the 4% of employees' contribution as far as last month, July. So the only outstanding area that I'm aware of is what the Minister of Finance has agreed to pay. And that area was accrued from 2011 to 2021, 2.4. And you don't need to take my word. You can verify what I'm saying to NASCAP.
Okay.
If you have any information contrary to what I said, Stanton, I will send him my resignation for giving you false information. I'm telling you on record. That is the record. That is the truth that I have. Unless somebody else have another truth. I know that my record showed. Because I reconciled my votes with the Ministry of Finance. And it was well, you can verify it.
Do you want me to add Dukley on? Dukley really want to come on the show while you're here.
I have no problem with Dukley. I have no problem again. I have embedded other information that I'm not aware of.
Exactly, for us, so because the Liberian people are listening, and I want to appreciate you, Dr. Lester Tenney. The folks are listening. It will be good for us to add Dukley on. Okay.
You all need to understand what information they have, that maybe there are things that you know that I don't know. And we all need to resolve this issue.
Okay, so Dr. Richardson, are you here? While I'm adding Dukley on, you want to jump in? Okay, she left. All right, Dukley is added. Let's bring in Dr. Beauplet. Dr. Beauplet, I'm coming to you because sorry, Dr. Beauplet. Dukley, welcome to the show, sir. How you doing?
Thank you, Stanton. How are you?
Good. So I have Lester here as well. You've been following the show about the university. You listened to what Dr. Lester Tenney just said. Welcome to the show. What say you? And can you introduce yourself properly first?
Okay, so I'm Assistant Professor Alhaji S.M. Dukley, the President for the University of Liberia Faculty Association.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there are a lot of issues on the university campus, and Lester is aware of it. He should not sit there and feels that people don't know what is happening. The issues that we're discussing, we have no intent to let the university reign the way it's going. Lester is aware that all of the campuses are profusely leaking. Even Background is sitting there in business college. He knows that when rain fall, the water into the professor's office. He's a witness to that. Even FQ building, TH building, even the medical school is not befitting what the problem we have had over the period of time. If you go to the medical school, everywhere is leaking down to the dean of the School of Pharmacy. We have the 5 departments in that school of the school there. They get only 5 classes. People have to stay out. When you enter the dormitory, you'll see that the species come down because upstairs there, the place is leaking. So if they don't use the bathroom, the species come down, or in the place where you have the student residing. So for that reason, some of the students have to go on the whole road to be just around the campus because the time the classes starts by 8 o'clock. So go to St. J campus, the roofing within the place, fell almost 2 weeks ago. Go to the Fenway campus where the president sits. The laboratory there. The city, the roof came down. Go to the engineering department, have closed that place because the entire thing up there is cracking down on the floor. Go to agricultural college. There are closed places that professors should not go there because it's not safe to be there. So we are not making stories, Stanton. The pictures are there. Send anybody. If we go and check all of these things that we're talking about, true, they don't trust us. And they are aware.
So I beg you, hold on right there. Let's give Dr. Lester the chance now because he listened to your first argument. Dr. Lester, go ahead.
Stanton.
Yes, sir.
Stanton.
Yes, sir.
It is not my role to present the contrary truth. What Professor Dukley has stated, in most part, is true. That we have decaying infrastructure. And that is the very reason why the president of Liberia decided to pull in 6.3 million. I will not sit on this public forum and say what Dukley have just said now is not true. These are the challenges that we are trying to fix. The issue of decaying infrastructure is a perennial issue. I'm also a faculty. I was a dean of business college. I know the dilapidated condition of all of those buildings, not some, all of those buildings. In the past, $3.2 million was given by the former Finance Minister Samuel Twe for the renovation of Capitol Hill. We cannot see what was done with that $3.2 million. So you see, the situation is a very complex situation that requires dedicated handling. And that is why we have decided that we need to approach this issue from a perspective that in the past, money were given and there are no visible and tangible results. This $3.4 million we have gone meticulously to ensure that we will account fully for whatever we do. For example, when we talk about renovation, we cannot shut down the university to renovate because it will conflict with the student academic structure. But the question now is, how do you renovate a building that contains classroom when students are using the same classroom? That is what gave birth to the construction of the 25 classroom building, so that if, for example, we want to renovate AB building, after the 25 classroom building is fully constructed, students can now use the 25 classroom building evaluate to just got the no objection today. So it is not that things are not being done, but we have several processes that we have to follow because you see.
So let's go back to Professor Dukley. Dr. Lester. Yeah, we're going to take this in one at a time because it's very important. I want to appreciate both of you for coming. I have Dr. Chinenway Richardson here, and I have Dr. Bopley as well. They're part of faculties and big university, and they're going to actually come in also as a councilman that run Brooklyn Park. We have Russell here as well. But that Professor Dukley, let's hear you. I mean, a lot of stuff still out there though.
So, Alex, Professor Lester have admitted that the issue of renovation is obvious. So let's go to the next issue. Now, the issue of NASCO. Lester is aware that since 2012, the university has not been remitting funds that they call from the faculty. When we went at the time when Honorable Nyan D. Twain was at NASCO, we got that information 2021. At the time, the bill at NASCO was 10.5 million. There was a tripartite arrangement between Ministry of Finance, University of Liberia, and NASCO. That their operation fund, they will be remitting some of their operation fund until they can be able to complete the payment of NASCO. All is solid. After elections, they have not been remitting. Now they came and say, they notifying instructors or professors to be retired the 31st of December. You have an obligation outstanding. NASCO make it easy for everybody to be able to access their information. They have an app. Professors go and check the app. They are only paid for 2025. Up to now, they are now have no updates in the system. How do you intend to retire people who you have obligation for them, and you want to retire them? They need to get a handshake. They need to have their benefit to know exactly how much they will be making. What they have been doing all the past time is that they keep them on the payroll. They get 60% of their salary, which in my mind, I think they're flooring the payroll. At the end of the day, they will come to you and tell you, say, we having up to the compensation compensation for the university is 80% and 20% there for infrastructure and other things. So they're making it ineffective. So we are saying no. It's an obligation. You are government. Government should go and have an enrichment with NASCO and tell NASCO, yeah, do their payment plan, be paying, and enroll the people. Get the people get their benefit, what they have worked for all the past time. And then if you're taking them from the payroll, NASCO should be responsible for that. You cannot keep them on the payroll like he say he wants to employ people. How will you keep somebody on the payroll, a part of the payroll, and then you want to employ additional people? So our argument is no. You can't retire them. And by law, you're supposed to retire them.
So let me first, because I got to bring the other people in, Professor Dukley. Let me ask you. The problem about NASCO, when it started, when? Professor Dukley?
That's 2012.
Okay, but so it's an old problem, right?
Yes.
Have this government addressed any of the issue that started 2012?
No.
Okay, did the government add the new problem to 2024, 2025, where contribution made to NASCO?
Definitely.
Definitely what? Did they make contribution to NASCO or they didn't?
No, not at all. Now I carry the bill to 10.5 now.
So we got an old problem, we got a new problem. That'll Richardson, I have.
Let me come in there.
No, yeah, but 1 minute, I will let Dr. Richardson bring you in. Dr. Richardson, I don't want you guys to say it alone. We have Dr. Lester Tenney and we have Professor Dukley, both from opposite side, but for the same purpose. I believe they want to make the university better, but we have serious issue. What say you, Dr. Richardson?
Yeah, I'm glad that it came in. I'm kind of astonished by the fact that we can't get, the faculty members and the administration, like Dr. Mampayan, to sit down, at least come out to some agreement for the best interest of the students in Liberia. I'm kind of disappointed in that. Secondly, he said that it's a lengthy process for which people are able to get money from the government. Is there a way where that process can be decreased so that the University of Liberia can be able to get money? I think that's Dr. Lester Tenney said, the escrow account. You got to go through a lot to get money. You got to go through the PPC and all of that.
Let me come in there. I am telling you that the money that was allotted to the university for the purpose of renovation and modernization,
correct,
that money was placed in an escrow account by the Minister of Finance.
Yes.
The problem is disbursement of that money is subject to condition. One, you must follow all of the existing laws.
Yes.
The predominant law when it comes to public engagement is the PPCC. Now, you have a 3-month process, 3-month window process to marathon your activity. For example, you have to advertise a particular project. It has to go through different stages, and that entire process takes 3 months. Then it goes to the PPCC for no objection. That process itself can be another lengthy time. Then it goes to the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Justice because they are the signatory for government activity in terms of those kind of activity. So you see, when they say go and paint, it is not that you have the money to go to buy the paint in the Indian store. You have to follow procedures.
So what I'm asking, I'm sorry, Dr. Tenney, Dr. Lester, what I'm asking is, as president of the university, as a staff member of the university, is it possible for an advocacy to be done to decrease the length of time? You tell me 6 months, 3 months, or whatever. We need to have the university painted.
The provision of the law specifies certain time frame. The provision of the law.
So yes, I understand all of that. I understand what the law says, but I'm asking you: is it possible for someone at a university?
The executive marshal convened a meeting last week or week after last, and we all identified the gap. We all identified and agreed that most often the procurement process can be very lengthy. So they set up a committee headed by the Minister of Finance to ensure that they work out some modalities with the PPCC. Dr. Francis, you don't want a Lester Tenney trying to shortcut a process that has to do with public funds. You don't want that kind of process on somebody like me. So it has to be followed as the law requires. So at that level, it is the Minister of Finance who convened that meeting. And today, I can speak to you that today, the construction of and that was through the instrumentality of the Minister of Finance. The construction of the 25 classroom was given the no objection today. However, there are some issues like Professor Duque stated, some emergency issues that the president of Liberia has instructed the administration of the university that look, we cannot allow students to sit in class with leaking roof, as was just said by Professor Duque. And nobody want to water down the complaint of the faculty, because I am also a faculty. I'll be doing a disservice to myself.
Yes, that's
so, let's move on. We'll give you a chance. Yeah, let's move on, Dr. Lester. Let's bring in Professor Duque. You have a question for Professor Duque, Dr. Richardson?
The only thing I want to ask him, is it possible to just shut down the university? Because there are times when you guys have been shut down anyways, to allow renovation and modernization to go on. I hear the bind that you say, or someone said that you can't shut the university down because of renovation, because the students have to go to school, but there are times that they have not been in school. So I wonder, what are your thoughts on that? Just shutting it down, let all the renovation go on, let them fix whatever they did fix it, and restart the university.
Dr. Richardson, let me be honest with you. We could have taken this particular issue at the middle of the semester, but we could be providing this service to the students, right? The budget process started since January. If Professor Tenney will bear me witness, that fund was appropriated since January. So all of the procurement process needed to be completed before this time. We are on break. If they were serious to do something on our campus, they have been working with Public Works. So they could have been able to have access to that funding before this time, so that we're on break. They could take that time while we're on break to be able to do this work.
I agree with you. No further question I have. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead. Audience interested in this.
What I'm interested in is come to class. Taking into consideration, they are not going to the class. He and I know when we go to the graduate school, he may even close bathrooms. The female students have to be all around there trying to find a place to use the bathroom. He knows very well that in the classroom we're standing, the heat is heavy for us. Here where we all teach at the same place. And these things are causing the professor to be unhealthy. So we should continue every time. Well, we renovate after certain time, we can't do anything.
Dr. Bopler, thank you. Let me bring in Dr. Bopler, and the guys will come in. I really do appreciate you guys, and we'll finish up with you guys and keep the rest of the information for tomorrow, because this university thing, it got to be solved. I don't know whether President Bogart would do it. That would be my last question to you guys. But let me bring in Dr. Bopler. Dr. Bopler?
Thank you, Stanton, and good evening to my friends. Dr. Tenney and Prof. Duque, thank you for being on to help us understand what's happening. I hear my good friend, Dr. Tenney, talk about historical context. The purpose of leaders is to solve problems. That's why you have leaders. So change the history, change the narrative, solve the problem. I am a graduate of the university. Some of the same problems were there. It's been exacerbated, but it's still there. decades later, we're still having the same conversation. It shouldn't be. The culture needs to change. So I want to ask my good friend, Dr. Tenney. I read the paper from Alpha, and one of the things they talked about was the retirement money. And you did say here that the deficit of $2.4 million have been settled. My question is, how did we get a deficit? Because payment of retirement money, pension money to NASCOR is an obligation that we must hold sacrosanct. How did we get to $2.4 million deficit?
And as a matter of fact, the $2.4 million was from a discussion held between the University of Liberia administration, the Ministry of Finance, and NASCOR. In the meeting of NASCOR was the DeWitt, I don't know, I think Director General or something. And that was the figure that we had as outstanding liability. And like I said before, that amount was accrued from 2012. I went a little bit backward 1 year. But Professor Duque is right. From 2012 to 2021 or 22, they're around it. You see, I don't want to go and dwell into issues of the past because then we'll not be making progress. And like you rightly said, leaders are there to solve problems. We understood the problem. We understood where the problem came from. So, and that is why we take responsibility of resolving the problem. The Minister of Finance has come in and said that outstanding liability will be offset before the 31st of December, where our employees who are eligible for retirement will be transitioned. That is a commitment by the Minister of Finance. That is a commitment. And maybe the faculty and staff have not gotten this recent information, but that is the commitment. And those accruals came from over 15 years back. 15 years back. But what we are saying is that to say offer or the staff association grievances are invalid is to not recognize the reality on the campus. But my approach,
how did you get there? That's what Dr. Brumley asked. How did we get there? How did we get to this $2.4 million deficit? How did we get here? That's what I heard Dr. Brumley ask.
Exactly.
It was lack of remittance at some point in time from 2012 to 2022. And I don't want to know how it didn't go there because
Dr. Tennings, we got Professor Duque. Professor Duque said no, it's up to 2025. Am I right, Professor Duque? Because I'm hearing that Dr. Tennings is trying to skip up the 2024 and 2025. So who's telling the truth now? Why are you excluding the 2024 and 2025 remittance on this government?
So I can tell you for the record, Stanton, I can tell you for the record. Like I said, there are two payments made to NASCOR. The employees' contribution, which is 4%. I can tell you with all degree of certainty that the current payment made was July 2026. From 2022 to 2026, the 4% has no liability.
So is that true, Professor Duque? I think I have to, Professor Duque, just one. So go ahead, Dr. Lester. Because Professor Duque say you were wrong, and I needed you to just make this correction, though.
So you see, where they are trying to consolidate both payments. The 6% is the government of Liberia remittance. And because NASCOR is a government entity, the Ministry of Finance has written NASCOR, I'm not a spokesperson of the Ministry of Finance, that their obligation of the 6% will not be a problem. And NASCOR has communicated to us that don't worry about the 6% because it is a government-to-government arrangement. Focus on the 4%. And the 4%, I can tell you with all degree of certainty that from 2022 to 2026, July last month,
there is no outstanding liability.
Bob, let hold you right there. Let bring Ducle in. Ducle, is that true? Professor Ducle, is that true?
No, it's not true, Stephen. Right now, what NASCAR have done, because they want to end the problem of you holding people responsible, they have an app. And when you check the app, it will tell you definitely how much you are paid for 2025. So 2025, some professors and instructors get up to 6 months. They have not gotten anything from 2024. The records are there.
So let me hold you right there. Let me hold you, Professor. Wait. Dr. Lester, hold on. Dr. Lester, hold on.
Yes.
I beg you, Chief. Professor Ducle disagree with you. He gave him reason. And listen, I spoke to somebody. I went on the app myself, though I got nothing to do with it. I was looking on the person app. It's true. You can track your record. So he's saying that you are inaccurate to say from 2022 to now, you guys been sending in remittance. It's just not accurate.
So Stanton, if you want to base your position on the app, I'm telling you that I have made 94 contributions since I've been working. But if you put my name in the app, they will tell me I have made 11.
Okay.
Because the people are still uploading the information. It's a new technology. And Professor Ducle will bear me with it. So the way to get the actual information is to get the real data from NASCAR itself.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if you look at the app, the people are still populating the.
No, so let me hold you right there now. I think you make a legitimate point. That will come to you begging you. You make a legitimate. Maybe the app is slow to upload. Do you agree with that, Professor Ducle?
Well, so for the records, what Lester is saying from 2020 up to current, when we went there to make to get an information, what we got was quite different. Lester was there 2 weeks ago. 4 days ago, he was there to get an information. And we ourselves been going there because as a leader, when people bring this information to you, you still have to go there and get information. So there are 2 information. He gave you different information, and NASCAR is also giving you different information. So the only way we can verify this.
Let all go there together.
All of us goes there.
I mean, we having peace in heaven. I really do appreciate you guys because I believe that because of the app, maybe upload is slow, right? But going there now, let's just say, hearing from the horse's mouth, then it will actually help the situation. But we got more to discuss. Dr. Ducle, you want to go in?
Yeah. So I was just going to say, Stanton, that one way to resolve that, and Dr. Tenney could be right. Uploading, NASCAR is for the whole country. So that's a massive database of the workforce. But to get it updated, when you go there, they will give it to you. And then what he needs to do is get it and bring it for Dr. Ducle and the fact that everybody to see. That's proof. Then, settle that problem. But I do want to.
I would prefer Professor Ducle and his team along with my team. Because you see, this country, sometimes you have several information.
Okay. Fair enough, Doc. Fair enough. I see what you're saying. I agree.
And my team will all go together.
I agree.
When all of us sitting in front of NASCAR team, nobody will be able to tell one person another one.
Very, very good. I agree.
I'm also interested in the data. Because I am being told, and the minister of final represented by the deputy minister, that we only have a 2.4 billion outstanding. Then they were offered
million.
To resolve that problem, all of us go in front of NASCAR and let them tell us exactly what is obtaining.
Okay. So I think majority of us agree with you. It's
we agree.
And you got to go to NASCAR and get a raw hard copy. That'll Duple your second and final.
Yeah, I want to ask Dr. Ducle, but I agree with that. So you and Dr. Ducle and the team can work that out offline. But here's the question I want to ask Dr. Ducle. And, I am so appreciative of the work that the faculty do, the staff drive organization. But I noticed in the your position, one of the issues you raised, Prof. Ducle, is the 40% payment, I guess, that was promised you back in 2021 from that MOU, and you're asking for full payment. asking for full payment is fair, especially if we're in MOU and the government said we'll pay. They should do that. But we're at a place where we really need to turn the corner, change the culture, solve problems. The universities, faculties that have a right to ask for stuff. But to be fair, you are the highest paid faculty in the country. I wonder if for the sake of solving some of these problems, turning the corner and a new page, would you be willing to encourage the faculty to let go of this 40% from the MOU, take the resources currently, settle your NASCAP, and start from here moving forward? In the new increases, adjustment because of status, those kinds of things. Would you be willing to make that compromise? And yes, the part I want to appendix to it, and I really hope you can talk to me honestly, not politically. From the time I was at LU to now, the faculty are always asking for more money. And I think you deserve everything you ask for. However, is it because you think that too many other people in the country get paid a lot of money for doing very little, and you do very important work, and so you ought to make more money as you go from year to year? Is that the mindset you think of the faculty? Because if it is, then you can have a different conversation with the faculty so you get to where you think you are, put a cap. Otherwise, it's every 2 years, MOU for money. Prof. Dukley.
Okay, thank you, Doc. The first thing about it is that let's take into consideration the economic situation currently facing Liberia. That's one issue. Secondly, let's look at those that you refer to, like Dr. Tenney. Dr. Tenney made $6,025 as a vice president. And then you're talking about allowing it to go. They just employ 163 persons and give them because we have a threshold, and gave them 4,005. Based on our threshold, professors supposed to make 4,000, but because they brought those people, they gave them 4,005. They gave them 5,700. So what will happen if you're saying there is no money? We should consider what you're saying, but you're bringing new people and paying them more than what we're supposed to be getting. So that's the issue.
Professor Dupe, I may not be in a position to discount what you have said, but from my period from the acting to now the confirmed, there has been no new employment. So I don't know. By the way,
I can provide you.
It's surprising to me. Yeah, I mean, I will appreciate it.
I can provide
163.
Yes.
Okay, so if that, let me just say this, Dr. Richardson, let me just insert this. So at the university, the pay systems, okay, according to qualification, according to rank, all those things. If you pay Joe $1 and Joe has a PhD, for example, then you pay Mapu $2.50, is wrong. It's not fair, but it also creates strife amongst colleagues, and it has the propensity to demotivate. So if that's the case, Prof. Dukley and the Faculty Association need to investigate it. There needs to be a fair system so that you attract good people, encourage people to do the best work.
Okay.
I want to Prof. Dukley answer that that 2021 40% and start fresh. I wanted to hear how he feels about that. We got to find a way to solve problems. We keep iterating the same problems. Go ahead, Prof.
I don't know. Okay.
I think Prof's still there. Prof, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
This issue you're talking about, when we had that agreement, we have a category that each professor, associate professor, assistant professor, instructor, and TA is supposed to be paid. When the president took over, she brought people and paid them $4,500, $4,600, the rest of it, especially directors that she brought. And then we had a conversation in front of the justice minister. Look, we have a structure here for you to pay people back.
She said her thinking, that's where she want to take everybody up to that level. We agree. We said, no, but if you go, because go to Ministry of Finance and tell them you want to increase salary, it will not work. But if what we have agreed on as an agreement between government and us, you go for that, we'll be able to give it to you. She said, no, if on the Minister of Justice. So I want to do that, and we are working on it. We have submitted something to the Ministry of Finance. We said, well, for us, we are only interested in what we have as an agreement. Fast forward, after the 2025 budget, we went to the president to have a conversation. Or she said, well, just give me a few time. I'm waiting for the budget number. Once the budget number comes, we'll be able to roll from January. After a while, we went to her. She said, look, I only want to promote from assistant professor upward. I want to promote them. So we said, no, Madam President, from assistant professor upward, we're not more than 150. So what will happen with instructor, because they are English number. So at that level, they will take all the leadership to be there. Oh yeah, because we are in a category, we have compromised their interests. So whatever you need to do, it will be better for us to split it over to everybody so they can have that impact on their salary. She said, okay, we're going to get back to you. She didn't get back to us. Each time we go to her, she will either check us up that, oh, you don't expect me to get money from anywhere. Where you expect me to get money? At the same time, she bringing people and giving them 4,005. So how will you expect people to accept when they are seeing that other people coming, having the same qualification, but making more money than them, and you expect them to accept that type of situation? So that's the issue.
All right, thank you, Prof.
I will appreciate you furnish me with the data where 163 people making 4,005, 4,006. I really appreciate. As a matter of fact, I really don't look at the payroll, but I'm telling you that at no point in time 165. As a matter of fact, the Ministry of Finance will not even allow us to pass by our budget ceiling. They have a fixed number at the end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of the fiscal year, they tell you your budget ceiling for salary should not exceed this. And let me go back a little bit. Last year, during the budget preparation stage, Dr. Mapayan recognized some of the grievances of the faculty and staff. We did some upward adjustment in the amount of about $3.4 million that will affect all faculty and staff. The Ministry of Finance tentatively reviewed our budget, but then the pronouncement from the president came in about the $6.3 million. The budget minister said, Dr. Tenney, we will appreciate that you maintain the legacy payroll because we are adding $6.3 million plus additional $2 million for bus. Submit the same payroll for 2027 for consideration, not for approval, for consideration. And all of the things that Dukley outlined were captured in this 2026 payroll. But the government of Liberia, because of the $6.3 million for the purpose of renovation, said that we should hold on and resubmit that full process for 2027 for consideration. So it is not that things were not being done, or the president of the university didn't recognize some of the grievances of the faculty and staff. She has been a woman who is passionate about people earning decent pay. If you really deal with Dr. Mapayan, she's a very religious person. She understands the plight of people. And it is not that things were not done. But because of the introduction of the $6.3 million, government could not overstretch its allocation. So the government suggested that we produce the very addendum to the payroll that will be considered, that will be reviewed for consideration. Let me use proper word before tomorrow for 2027, and we have all the information available.
Okay, thank you, thank you, gentlemen.
We are not insensitive to some of the issues of the faculty. We are not insensitive.
Thank you, Dr. Tenney.
Infrastructure.
Thank you, Dr. Tenney. Thank you, Professor Dukley. We're just gonna move on to closing. Before we do that, I just want to. Someone said put a footnote. I would just say that it baffled me that NASCRA have some inconsistency with the app. Why don't you just tell the people there's a message that you can put on the app anytime and say we are currently behind uploading or populating our information. So our information, but you're taking the people for granted, in my opinion. So I don't know. I just don't know. And it seems like the government has a huge role to play in providing money to update the university. That's why it boils down to me, everybody was pointing finger as though the government not giving sufficient money or they have a lengthy process. And that's what I heard from Professor Dukley and Dr. Tenney. But anyway, we can move on to yes.
Shannon, 1 second. I know you got to get everybody else involved. 1 second. Yeah, just 1 second, Stanton, please. So, as a way of moving forward and solving problems, I know Dr. Tenney said he doesn't look at payroll. That's fair. But I hope you're looking at the budget, because maintenance is a big part of running the university. And historically, as a nation, we don't spend money there. You look at that with the heavy population. Make sure you pay maintenance people well, but you allocate money for maintenance, and that money should be designated so nobody touches it. Meaning, every time there's an issue, you can have a quick response. It will maintain the infrastructure and will not constantly have these videos that show the university like a neglected place. That's just a suggestion for you and the leadership.
Thank you, Dr. We still have Dr. Lester and Professor Dukley. Everyone spoke. Fubi, did you speak? Everyone spoke, right?
No, I want to speak on the NASCOP issue.
Yeah, we still got Dr. Lester and Professor Dukley. While you guys speak, except you have questions for them, then we can excuse them.
Yeah, I wanted to address it because the first thing, the NASCOP, I know you're talking about government over 6%. Now, the NASCOP is designed in a way, the pension scheme and the injury scheme. So the pension scheme, both the employee and the employer will pay 4%. The injury scheme is the 2%. So for the 2%, you have to, what does that mean? You have to pay because if somebody get injured on the job, injured on the job, NASCOP contributions going to be able to cater to that. So if government is withholding that 2% from 2012 to 2026, that is a big problem, because you cannot hold that for more than 18 years. So what happens if any of the professor gets injured on the job? So there will be no injury scheme that NASCOP will cater to them. Then the retirement pension with the 4% that government is supposed to pay, you say government has not paid that. That also is a big issue. And so you need to do better on that front. And you want to retire people and you have not paid their pension benefit. And you say, oh, the 4% I better get on. That's unacceptable, but you guys should try to fix that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lester Tenney, Professor Dukley. It's always good having you guys on. You want to say anything in your closing? We do appreciate you, by the way.
Okay, thanks, Stanton, for the opportunity so people can know exactly what is happening on the university campus. So they are talking about registration. Up to now, they owe Montana 500,000. How can they even start registration? That's another issue. Now, in other countries, as the population grows, infrastructure will increase. But we're admitting people at the university. Since the 80s, there's no new structure you can see on our university campus. So we need to be intentional about the university. Nobody wants to see, because our brothers, sisters, and other people attending that university, nobody wants to see that university close down, because we're impacting our own children and friends. But the issue is the leadership need to be intentional about the university. All we are interested in school more open. All we are interested in school more open, but not taking into consideration what will happen to the students. So these are things that.
So Professor, I mean, we came to a good place when we talk about NASCOP, and Dr. Tenney and his team agree, and you agree that you will go to NASCOP and lead the team to talk about this thing. But next thing is that, though, we have come to a place that the university have to open. Are you willing now to sit down with Mama Panya and her team, and that you can resolve this thing? Because they're saying that by the 25th, the university should be open. Can you talk to your team now to have some resolution here?
No, Staton, we have not had any conversation. This conversation is just between us here. But
that's what I'm saying. Are you going to meet Mama Panya now and Dr. Lester and the entire team?
We are not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
How are you going to get this resolved?
Until the issues can be resolved. All of the issues that will lay down in our resolution can be resolved.
But I mean, but the visitor went there. The president actually tried to resolve this. He put $6.3 million in escrow for renovation. Some of those person issues that you spoke about, he want to solve them. The issue about the whole money thing, the finance minister, like Dr. Lester said, by the 31st of December, it will be resolved. Allocation of $2.4 million to bring you guys up to current. I mean, can we, you know, chew gum and walk at the same time? Can you give them the benefit of the doubt one last time?
That information that Lester having, we have no information as such. So since we started the process, the only information that we know, the only meeting we are going for is about renovation. All of the other issues that we're discussing here, nobody has given your attention to that.
So are you willing to, if they invite you, will you go sit before the 25th opening? If they invite you and your team?
We cannot open the 25th. We cannot.
But will you go sit to have conversation, whether you can or cannot?
Yes. Yeah, we'll have conversation. We can have conversation with them. They can't call us and refuse to go there. We'll sit there and have the conversation and provide our evidence that we have to them on the various issues that are being raised.
We do appreciate you, Professor Dukley, and we hope it can be resolved. Dr. Tennings, thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling. We do appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You have a good evening. All right. So I think we got somewhere today, something I usually don't do, you know, but I think we got somewhere today. Dr. Richardson, Dr. Vople, Jacob Jala, something happened today. They agreed to go to NASCAP together and see what's going on. You know, Professor Dukley is saying, well, we cannot, I think, but he's willing to talk. Dr. Vople, that's a big one. He willing that he will accept the invite and go listen in. And when you're in this negotiation, it's a good sign also. Once the opposite side say, I'm willing to listen. And I hope Mama Panya listen to the show today and they can work on this thing, because President Joseph Yeman Boakai, I think everything now is about his signature legacy. And I think to stress the need that money have to go in there for renovation, the place is deplorable. But he's trying. Give it to him. You know, it's an old age problem. But I think Mama Panya should be willing to cut some slack here. I don't know about you, you know, and that's why I will not stop beating on this government, because I feel that whenever we beat on the government come out to do something. Like we're saying today, Dr. Lester came out, Professor Dukley came out. Now everybody watching, they're going to add upon it. I want to appreciate NASCAR as well for that app. They are uploading a lot, so therefore it will take time. But again, I think we're to a good place, and I believe that if they negotiate right, the university will be open August 25th, if only the negotiation goes well. Let's close the show, guys. Yes, indeed, I'm starving hungry. I want to talk about Sam Gay. We're pushing for the more. I want to talk about the drug situation in the country, the cocaine. We're pushing for the more. And this Canadian, 70 years old, so Canadian, he was scammed in Liberia. He filed a complaint with the office of the president, and they forwarded that to the Justice Ministry. Folks at the Liberia National Police joined the scammers to take over $100,000 from the investor that went to Liberia. They gave him fake gold. I spoke to him, right? They got names, and one of the names he mentioned to me that I said he was investigating was Olu Bridge. Olu Bridge of the Liberia National Police went over there with his girlfriend. He bought food for them. It's a long, big story. You'll hear for yourself, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. You know, he sent me all the document, all the picture, the passport, everything of those that interacted with him. Some of them said they have diplomatic passport. They share the passport with him. He got all the information he sent with me. I want you to join us tomorrow while we discuss this issue. But then I want to say thanks to all of you for making it a great show today. Because of you, we are here, and the University of Liberia issue took the rest of the story. We will get better, folks. We are on opposite side. Whether you're for or you're against, and this will be my closing. Not everybody will agree with you. People in government and outside of government, not every one of them will be, just brush it off and just stay focused. The cocaine issue is our primary issue right now in the country. Let's stay focused. Let's speak on the issue. When this allegation comes out, we hold the government and the officers in government responsible to address them, whether they cause man cause or they cause power cause or they talk about religion, that a business. But we keep focused. We want to get to the end of this whole cocaine issue. And we say thank you. Thank you very much for joining us every day, that we all can come together and hold Sam Gay responsible and hold Gregory Coleman and hold Joseph Boakai and hold them responsible, that they can tell the fact, the truth to all Liberians. Who is the senior government official that involved in cocaine? And where are the other people they have charged? Over 30 of them. Only 4 people in jail. Where are the others? We would give the government no rights till they actually fight this drugs cartel, the cocaine operator in the country. They are operatives. Who's in, who's out. So don't be afraid. They can threaten you. They can say anything about you. But don't be afraid. Know that we are doing it for the better Liberia. We got to make Liberia great again. So God bless you for joining us, man. If any of the panelists want to talk, I finish on my own. I'll see you tomorrow. I want to watch my Netflix and eat more spaghetti, meatball, and something. And then we're going to have a wonderful day tomorrow. God bless you all. Dr. Richardson, you got anything to add? Dr. Boplet, Jacob Jala, everyone? Any of you guys want to add anything? I'm done. Thank you, folks.
I think I'm the only person who got something to add. I think everybody finished speaking for hours.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought your stenographer said you spoke. You have not spoken.
No, I haven't spoken.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
Yeah.
One for all for one.
One for all for one. That's true. So.
No, yes, I followed the discussion very closely. I was kind of late because I had a flat tire. So, but talking about the university, I think it's a good thing, and I'd like to thank everyone for the mediation role today. Normally, spoon talk is crossfire, head to head, and stuff. But today, I think bringing the temperature down and trying to find a resolution to what's going on at the university is a huge thing. It's a big thing, and that's why. Spoon talk is well respected in Liberia and abroad. The university, I was a student at the university also, even being a student stakeholder, president of the University of Liberia student, very active there as an activist for years. So yeah, I know Dr. Tenney and most of the other guys there who are our seniors. So the university have always had challenges. Even when we were students, we were always agitating, doing student protests and stuff like that, had other clashes with the administration. I mean, all towards making sure that the university is a better place. So I'm glad that Dr. Tenney and Professor Dukley and all the stakeholders there can explore the opportunity to solve this problem, to continue to develop the university and solve some of the big problems that for the betterment of our country. So I encourage them to continue to speak, and I like the professionalism too to this stand-on between Professor Dukley and Dr. Tenney. They were very professional. And I think that shows a great deal of respect. Even if there are disagreements, but we can see that they have a great deal of respect for each other. And by that, we can keep our emotions down and try to fix this great University of Liberia. So I'm happy that we're trying to make some progress. The government is on a responsibility to do more. And we expect the president and the leadership of our country to continue to do more. So that would be my thought. Thank you so much.
Stanton, I want to say in closing that there is an opportunity. I heard Prof. Dukley said that they're not going to talk or something at this point, but I will ask them to do so, and I will ask them to go to classes. Those of us in this particular industry, it's a service business. You can't quite pay me for what I do, but we serve people, and the service they offer is invaluable to nation building. I would ask them to make the sacrifice and go to school, start on time. One of the most frustrating things of any student, young or adult, is not knowing when your school will start. And then the challenge that go along with it, you don't know when school will end, because there's always an opportunity for problems. We need to stabilize the university, and there are things they can do. So if they can make that sacrifice now, go to school while they're still talking, then the university administration must also fight to secure resources, manage it well, so you always can take care of the maintenance part of university operational things. If the government can always make funds available with immediacy for trips and for convoys, those things are immediate fund. They're every day you make them available. Convoy here, convoy there, trip here, trip there. Then there needs to be fund with immediacy for maintenance at the university. Is that an infinite amount of money? Absolutely not. But whatever they give the university must also manage well and must have access to it. If you maintain the facilities, I'm telling you, faculty will feel better coming into work. If the whole thing is dilapidated, then they start getting frustrated, then they can't ask you for more money. Standardize the pay range of government school. I worked for a government university, and we didn't demand money all the time. When you got there, they told you, you got this degree, you make this money. After 2-3 years, you will make this one. So you standardize it, and then there'll be no fuss. You know what you're going to get paid at a certain level. And then focus on the structure. The final thing I want to say, Stanton, is you got to solve the problem. You can't keep putting everybody at a university. Build a new government university. 20,000+ people can't go to the same LU I went to. No way. So build a new university. And with the money we have, all these concessions, take 2 or 3 concession money for 2 years. Don't give it to no government officer, add additional staff. Build a new university. It'll be modern. It will be full of technology. The morale will be high, and then you will solve the population crunch. We got to solve problems. We're better than this. We're smarter than this to keep iterating the same thing, talking the same thing that we talked in 1980 plus 1940. We can't do that. So let's solve the problem. Thank you, Stanton. Good conversation tonight.
Okay, anybody want to add something? That's it. President Burger will be having another cabinet meeting again tomorrow. I don't know what this thing about cabinet meeting going. Well, but tomorrow the president will be having another cabinet meeting again, Thursday, August 18, 2026. I think that's the 23rd cabinet meeting. What's the work been coming out of the cabinet meeting? I know y'all want us to go. Let me just television since the leg goes Stanton. Welcome another cabinet meeting again coming on tomorrow. Hey, and, I didn't want to discuss the drugs issue, and I didn't want to discuss Sam gay role in the cooking something. I didn't want to discuss the very senior level people that are involved from the government. I didn't want to discuss who recommended these people to the president, why they recommended them. Some of them, by the way, because I appreciate Daniel Zanga. He's one of the best, the greatest. I think he will bring more discipline. I didn't want to discuss the level in which that the investigation went to the Justice Ministry that carried the name Pressure Rule, but the investigation, 4 different investigations on the LDA that the people cover up and the promoter hall. I don't think concerning. It's just kind of like, I want to go in there, but we don't have time. How can we sit over here today and just pretend that nothing happened? You have over 30 individuals that we know of that the government say, Jefferson, we'll charge them. But only 4 of them you can find. Where about the 26 of them? Where are they? It's not a very reach to the people check up. So that at the end of the cooking thing, over $500 billion. What would the government tell about a very senior government official? But this is a great disgrace. And the old man still called me and said, Stanton, you say you're top of my team, but you talk about the man. That's what he said. But he said that through he's in Canada. The man was able to get everybody document. I know for sure, give me a few seconds. I want to upload some of this thing. We got a recording. They scanned the old man. And this is the card that was given to the old man, Olufemi S. Breach, Deputy Commissioner, Chief of Criminal Investigation Division. This guy, like the gentleman said, he took his girlfriend and to the restaurant, that hotel. What that hotel New York can go in on off the highway? Can somebody name me Olaf Lagoon? Some kind of lagoon. Fubi, you know the hotel. Tell me the hotel you are baking you.
Ala Lagoon.
Ala Lagoon. That Ala Lagoon hotel I play, you always go here, Fubi. You know, they went there, we have pictures, and the man complaining. This guy said you're going to investigate. They rewind the paper, over 100,000. And the people that want to eat the paper money, they all have guns. Who gave them gun? They get different officers who were carrying the old man too. They gave the old man fake gold. The old man said everything to me. The old man filed complaint to the president office. He's still waiting for them to investigate. The old man said that. Let me put the old man picture up. The old man said, Olufemi, the Nigerian guy, Olufemi Breach, said to him, I will investigate. The next day, you know what they did to the old man? The beginner ran and sent the old man text message and said, you don't leave from here, we'll kill you. The man ran with your life. The man is in Canada right now. He said, I love Liberia, but how I was treated is one of the worst. The man said, all the things I wanted from Canada that my medicine, I was going to live the rest of my life in Liberia. They call him Gerard. He said, I'm going to live the rest of my life in Liberia because I love the country. He said, the people that were serving me in the hotel, they are good people. But you have scammers that came together and scammed the old man and took money. And when he took his complaint, Olu Breach came with his girlfriend. He bought food for Olu Breach. Look, that's what he said. It's in a letter. That's why I say, look, there's scammers and BM there. Look, let me put a picture up. Somebody with diplomatic passport, right? Hello, old man. I'll put an old man picture up. This kind of old man. I asked the old man, I say, so the old man said it's not about the money. It's about when you travel to another country and the people welcome you, you can bring a lot of investors. For me, he said, I'm not crying about the money. But the amount of people where they carry me, and each time he's so smart, each time they carry me to a location, he put tracking, GPS device. And he said his daughter was receiving all the coordinates of the devices that you're traveling with because he was scared. I said, are you willing to go back to Liberia? He said, I can go back to Liberia anytime, but I'm just afraid of my life. I said, what about the money? He said, but what is 100,000? If I get good security, I will go back again. What is 125,000? He's telling me. He said he doesn't trust the police system. I have to convince him that the leadership of the country have to know. Look at the old man. Let me put it up. Look at the old man. I don't know if y'all have time for us to discuss it. We can keep it tomorrow. The old man got a whole recording. He got a whole diary. He's from Canada. Look at him. Look at the gold they gave him. Fake gold. Fake gold. Fake. The real one, the old man. They lied to him. They stole his money. And who are involved? Let me put one more picture up. Let me put one more picture up, Fubi. Maybe you know some of them.
Jacob came. They go to Calabar, rest at Ala Lagoon. So maybe Jacob will know them.
Who just said that? Jeff?
Yeah, you know them like people there.
But Jeff, if you don't know these people, how would I know them?
So, but the owner was very clear, right?
Are you other people?
The owner was very clear.
You know Calabash now. You know
the owner was very scared. He said, Spoon, let me tell you something. Liberia is a good place. That's what he said. He said, but it just gets some very, very bad people. He said, imagine how much I was going to invest in that country. But for a little over 100,000, I ran away from my life. And how many people suffering today? Can you imagine that other place? Now look at the hustlers then. And I asked him, I said, did you go to the police station? He said, Olu Breach said him arrest statement. He wrote a statement. He shared a statement with me. He said the next day the people didn't threaten him. He can't go. There is no if and a but. I don't know. Man, Olu Bridge got to explain this thing. He got Olu Bridge on in the picture. I will show you his picture when Olu Bridge went to him. Look at this hustler that told the public, these are the guys that ate the woman money. You know that? These are some of the guys that ate the woman money. The women were feeding them every day, buying food for them in Ala Lagoon. The other place he carried the women, guns and things, everything. I mean, who can look, let me say something to you. We are not perfect. We all striving towards perfection. But something got to happen here, my people. Something got to happen. It's very, very important that this is not what we signed up for. Something got to happen. Investor crying. The other day I brought another white man here that cried and said the other people then, scam him. People say, oh, that man not correct man. That man a criminal. That man not day one. The people scamming the investor then. So when we say this thing, we're not trying to say this thing just because we're trying to say it. And, we're trying to say this thing for us to say, you know what, it is wrong. The man came to the country, the man spent money here and there. People came and they scammed the man. The man got angry. He said he would write. The man said he's going to write a whole something. I begged him. I said, please don't do that. Give the government a chance. Let me pull the last one up. Let somebody tell us who's this. I'll pull the last one up. This is one of the pictures he sent. Who's this person? Who y'all know who's this? Am I hearing you, Fubi?
No, I don't know that person.
But the person I was investigating, I want you to call his name. I want to call his name. They got one there. They got one there with your girlfriend, and they were eating 24/7. What did Papa say? Yeah. So the man, Olu Bridge, got to explain how far he went with the investigation. He got to explain. He got to explain why the man run away. I mean, the other woman, I mean, look, folks. Some of the things we get here, if we start explaining, it will be. Look, I don't know about y'all though. Can somebody tell who's this? Yeah, Shano Guer, come on. You gotta go, my piggy. Come on. But this is wrong. This is wrong. Look at the other person. Going there to the man puppet, the old man. The old man sent a whole document. Look, tomorrow I will do play by play, and we'll put all the picture up for you to see that these people, they were wrong. The old man said it's a cartel. He called it cartel. And he said, Spoon, I want to go back to Liberia. I want to be protected. The Liberian people, they are good people. But I just cannot at this time. That's what he said. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here. That it's a problem. We have some serious issue.
We got work to do, but we'll do the work.
We have to do the work. We have to. I want to stop here.
Are we closing? Or we're going home?
No, I mean, I'm done. You can close. You can close. I'm done.
Okay.
You want to say something, Emmanuel? Go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't on to listen to the conversation with the professors from the University of Liberia, but my thoughts remain the same. It is high time that the university start developing its own inner fundraising project. At the university establish a consultancy unit where the professors at the university will bid for the contracts the Liberian government have. It's time that the university start to develop programs. For example, we got banks in Liberia. The university can start an executive business administration program that could be tailored towards executive in the banking sector in Liberia to bring in extra funds. Depending on government funds, have not made any university in the world successful. And I show that we can do the same thing at the University of Liberia. But thank you for the conversation. Thank you so much for raising the concerns that we have at the University of Liberia. And hopefully all those who graduate from the university
Jacob then are sitting down beating their chest, our president will start putting some money into the university, because all around the world are alumni who fund department and programs in the university. So Jacob Jalada disappear. I hope they start calling for buddy.
You gotta say that, because when the people get out, they get job waiting for them. The question we should be asking: when the university student get out in Liberia, do we have jobs waiting for them?
Well, you see, you won't start long talk. The university system started by the university being where philosopher kings meet.
I'm throwing something out there, because if you graduate from a nursing program, you get job waiting for you. You graduate in a doctoral program, you get job. Some way, somehow, you get job waiting for you. That's here in America, in other places, right? In Liberia, man, people graduate to go back to down the other side to go sell. There's no job, and then you're asking them to contribute.
Why would you hold a university the university for that? Look, most of the people, Dr. Brooklyn, please help me out in anything. About 60 to 70% of the government minister and policy maker graduated from the University of Liberia.
But you gotta understand,
why are they not creating job for the student that graduated from the University of Liberia? Jefferson Khan, you were minister too. Can't join the conversation.
But Emmanuel, let's keep it for the more, because the original thing.
Yeah, all these ministers you have the platform, they should come here and have this conversation. Why are they not creating jobs?
I would say this to you. I would say this to you. It's good to have everybody on. I appreciate you, Dr. Bupla. Thank you for joining this UL conversation today. And have a good night. Winfred Russell, thank you very much, my friend. I do appreciate you.
I said I wanted to he wasn't on when I was extending appreciation and thanks to all of the panelists and everyone who helped us during this campaign. Special thanks to Dr. Brooklyn, who also supported us financially and supported our candidacy. Dr. Brooklyn, I'm sure you heard the news. We fell short, but we ran a very powerful, embracing campaign. I just wanted to tell you thanks for your support, your contribution, and all of that. And I've said the same thing to Chief Phoebe Henrys, Dr. George, Tamba Aguilas, and all of the other panelists, Nelson, Stanton, and everyone who helped us to get our message across. We really appreciate it.
You fell short in the election, but you will stand tall in service to your community. And for that, I'm very proud. So hold your head up, my friend, and keep making the difference.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You have a good night, Phoebe. Thanks, man. It's good having you, Phoebe. Anthony Jefferson Chesson, have a good night to all of you. Meet us again. Come back tomorrow, same place, same station. It's always good to hang out with you every evening. Because of you guys, we are always here. We make progress one step at a time, one day at a time. And I'm so happy that we have a new gentleman on the block called Shana Gué, the man that started shooting time and finish on time. Shana, I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. So till we meet again, may God bless you, may God keep you, and may God save us. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon. Okay, so well, folks, Spoon 107.5 Fabric at 101.1. You just listened to the program Spoon Talk. Do join us tomorrow for another great edition, 8 p.m. up to later on. Again, Shana Gué is my name. Do have yourself a pleasant night. Bye-bye from our end.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia.